So, I bark on a song. Fuck off.
You shake a pretty mean cake, Batman.
I'm about to waste my fucking money on the M&M Funko.
Hey! You need to stop! Help me!
That's humanity, what can we do today?
Sorry I'm late. Bring me that horizon. Afraid I got lost on the path of life.
You gotta go.
Okay, we're late, and it's not Roland's fault. For once, it's my fault
No, bro.
because
He's like, all right, let's
ran the intro.
It's 5 o'clock. Let's run it. Starts it, and I'm like, yo, it's not.
Ran the intro, and I
Never
didn't
go
hit
live.
go live.
Never hit go live. I was like, well, hit go live now, and then run the intro again. Screw it.
Didn't
We'll
hit
do it
go
live.
live.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Bro, out of all of my fuck ups, that might be the stupidest one because, like,
Oh, dude, that was pretty funny.
but like, no one's ever gonna see that shit.
I
So,
think
like,
it would have been even funnier if we hit go live after the intro played the first time and we were both sitting here talking about how it wasn't live and then hit the intro again. That would have been funnier. That would have been good. That would have been some freaking Gary Nerdotic shit.
has that happened to him
Many
before?
times. Many times. Many times where he's like sitting there and then he's like, shit, clicks the intro.
I don't know how long Roland's going to run it for, but I'm getting out of here at like 10:30 Eastern. So if he,
Yeah,
if he wants to go past that, he is
I'm
more
not
than
doing
welcome to.
12 hours again, so I think I'll be okay.
I am not getting up to end fucking stream. If I am peacefully sleeping, I am not getting up to end stream. By the way, Pilgrim, what's up? Also, until I can make a new background, like, you know, an official one that will not have our faces on it, this is Sydney Sweeney is going to be our background from now on.
Just gonna leave it here for now. There's two big reasons why I like Sydney Sweeney as the background.
Yeah.
I want to know if
And,
you guys can guess them.
If you can guess them, you get a shout out.
If you can guess them, I think if a lot of people could say them.
Yeah, I mean,
You can see why.
our faces are just like perfectly like we're perfectly cut to the point that like you can see the reasons why we
Yeah, I
have
had
her
to
up
go
there.
through a couple of different Sydney Sweeney pictures last week before I found the one that I was like, this will fit. Also, this is allowed on YouTube.
Were you just doing that on fucking stream?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I literally just looked it up on stream and brought a picture of Sydney Sweeney up. I'm pretty sure that's what
I just like also so I wanted to ask you, like, there were like a lot of questions that, like, you know, I wanted to ask you. What the fuck is this?
That was the first one. That was Bleach.
Oh.
Crimson was in.
Oh, okay. All right. And then you got the Middle Earth map here. Were y'all going over geography or something?
No, that's just another one we can use as a background for whenever.
No, I mean, that's it's cool.
It's a good one.
Something that I was thinking about was that, like, and I guess we shouldn't do this while we're live, but like, just like, tell me if you agree with this. If we have a certain topic, like if we're like talking about like Star Wars or like, you know, Lord of the Rings, I was thinking we have like a background pertaining to that thing.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to do that for every stream. I say if we do like an actual stream that's like let's say kind of like what we did with Attack on Titan this past week. Go and watch that. If you guys are at all anime fans, go and watch the Attack on Titan video. Well, I guess stream Fictionology that we did over on Crimson Law's channel. That was really fun. That was a really fun stream. This was last Wednesday. Well, this past Wednesday. But Yeah, like if we're doing something like that, where it's like we're doing a House of the Dragon like review or like a watch party for something or whatever, then yeah, like definitely put it in the background.
Yeah.
So I
But
was thinking it's totally possible that we could do a watch party for Andor.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, I guess I'll get to that when we start talking about Andor because we didn't get a chance to go over the trailer yet. First takes.
When does Andor drop?
April 22nd. What's up, Alex?
Alex, what's going on, fam?
Yeah, my first take of that trailer, music sucks. The rest of it, I don't mind. Music sucks. Have you seen it, Roman? Did you watch the trailer?
I haven't.
You haven't. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So what we'll do is we'll play the trailer because I've seen so many different people play the trailer. And not get
Alex,
clipped.
are you Phantom on Twitch? Is that
Apparently
that you?
That's news to me. You could have just said I'm Alex like many times because I'm like, who the fuck is Phantom? I think I've said that before.
So bro's just been lurking, and like I didn't know that was him. Like what the fuck? I didn't know that was Alex.
All
what?
Right, Lego, it's a Lego Batman classic TV series, Batmobile Lego.
Yeah. Would you mind like pulling that shit up because like for some reason StreamYard done give me. Oh wait, I know what I can do. I can go into my Twitch chat.
I was just gonna say, you just go into the YouTube chat, get it like that.
I could. You're absolutely right, Roland. We have technology, my friend.
We do. We have technology. It's too much dead air. So we got multiple topics tonight, which is going to be.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I gotta show this.
You can show that.
This. I don't. No. Yo, Alex, this shit is sick.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Oh, this is sick. This is cool. Oh, I'm fucking jealous. Oh, that's dope. Okay, but yeah, no. So.
Yo, my man is on point. Get it the fuck out of here. And actually, you know what? I would say it's a trend that started in The Mandalorian. Because the Mandalorian music, the Book of Boba Fett music, the Kenobi music, all the Disney Star Wars shows, all their music does not sound like Star Wars. In fact, the only ones that do have that classical opera type of tone is, to its credit, where credit's due, Clone Wars Season 7, Bad Batch, and Tales of the Jedi. That's the only the animated shows have actually had what to me sounds like Star Wars music. I have not found Star Wars music in any of their shows. Like the Mandalorian music, it's not bad. And the Book of Boba Fett theme is like a little bit of a vibe when you first hear it, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars music. Andor actually feels like Star Wars music, which is funny enough that they use shitty music for the trailer. But the Andor music in the beginning is more grand and like opera-like as opposed to the other shows.
Damn.
So Star Wars is at the end of the day a space opera. That's what it is. George is literally based it on like Saturday morning cereals back from not cereal that you eat, but cereals as in like Buck Rogers and stuff like that you would watch back in the 60s and 50s. Well, 60s, I would assume, on your on Saturday mornings. And then it's also based on soap operas. It's a soap opera in space. He has described it like that. It's just instead of it being like, oh, Jimmy's actually with what's her name the entire time, and everybody's like looking at the camera like a freaking soap opera. Instead of that, it's like, oh, Anakin had a freaking dream about his wife dying, and now it's going to change everything in the galaxy. Oh, Obi-Wan and Vader are fighting. Like, it's like ramped up to 1,000, but that's literally what he has described it as. But Star Wars is a space fantasy opera. The biggest, the K-pop stuff in Ahsoka, pop song for Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, and now Andor has Marvel-like music. Apparently, that song is a real song, the one in the Andor trailer. Because when I watched the trailer, my mom's like, "I've heard this song before on the radio." And
Use a real song for a Star Wars trailer?
yeah, which is stupid.
Oh, we're cooked. We are so unbelievably cooked.
So
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I've seen people. I guess that's a good reason for us to just get into Andor first. But I've seen
Yeah,
people
no, let's just look at the trailer.
like
Just do it.
I've seen people play it and get away with it, and not get copyright. So
Well, we will get copyrighted, but you know what? That's fine.
well, here's what we'll do: we'll play the trailer and not say anything, and I'll just let it run. And then afterwards, we can cut that out if we need to, and then we'll just go through the trailer,
Yeah,
like legitimately just go through the trailer.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah. It's fine.
what did Skeleton Crew have? Did they have uh shit? Who's Rocket Man? Not Kim Jong Un. The singer Elton John. It wasn't Elton John music that they used for Skeleton Crew, something like that.
Was it?
I think so.
They used Elton John. I wouldn't even think that Elton
Either
John would
him
like be a fan
or
of Star
it
Wars.
was something like that. It might have been ELO, but it was like a classic like space song about space.
Huh.
Visually, I do think the Andor trailer looks pretty good. So I guess I'll bring it up.
So the content part of it is all right. Just the
Yeah, I mean the trailer is also a lot of Disney patting themselves on the back, and I still think what I said last week applies. There's something internal there. I just get the vibe. There's something internal that they hate the fact that Andor is a product that is probably the most popular when you really get down to it. It's the only show that has had a trajectory of more viewership towards the end of the season as opposed to less viewership towards the end of the season. Because the word of mouth after the Aldani heist in season 1, and then when they got into the prison and then everything like that, that made people go back and watch it and say, oh, maybe this show is good. So the trajectory of Andor actually went up in viewership. And I think that there's a little bit of people that are pissed off that like Ahsoka's not doing that or Kenobi didn't do that. Boba Fett didn't do that. All like the Filoni shit isn't doing that.
well, it's
But
kind of like we talked about
this
last
group,
week.
like these
My
writers that
theory.
aren't, they're not Disney writers, right? They're handpicked by Tony Gilroy. The crew is handpicked by Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy is not part of Lucasfilm. And they were like hired outsiders that then made the show. And that show becomes the one that's so good, and it's based on a character that's a derivative character, that's a side character in a spin-off movie that Disney made in 2015, and somehow this character, who wasn't even that popular from Rogue One, is now the one that people actually want to go back and watch, as opposed to like they must be scratching their fucking heads at Disney, being like, "How did Kenobi not do good? Everybody likes Obi-Wan Kenobi. How did Book of Boba Fett not do good? Everybody likes that."
It was 2016, yeah.
16, yeah, but close
Muffler,
enough.
what's happening, bro? What's going on, Muffler? Mass Effect, I like it. I think it's all right.
have only
They
played
dropped the ball with 3.
I've only played a little bit of Mass Effect. No, they dropped the ball with Andromeda. That game was broken.
Yeah, but 3's ending fucking sucked.
I mean, so this is the best ratio a Star Wars trailer has gotten
Holy shit, that's
in,
crazy.
in months. In the past 4 shows have all been more downvotes than upvotes, especially the Acolyte. I mean, now we're looking at
10.5.
yes. We'll probably get another trailer in March, like a
That's not
legitimate
showing
trailer.
us shit.
It shows a pretty good amount once we
Does it?
break down what I believe is going on in a lot of these scenes. All right, so we'll just play it, and I'll shut the fuck up for a minute, and then if we get cucked on it, then we get cucked on it. But whatever.
It is what it is.
We'll go back through and play it scene for scene.
war? You want to fight? Or you want to... Last night, in the dream, had to work to turn around. All our hopes come to be. The revolution starts. What a swell party. This is. Revolution starts now. Yeah, the revolution starts now. Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
The hell was that music?
See what I mean?
What the hell was that music?
Yeah. Now it's
There's
Star
a lot
Wars.
of good stuff in
I
there.
don't know what this new fucking. There's a lot of great stuff in the trailer. I don't know what in the hell that music is though.
Yeah, like what is that? I've heard that before.
Oh, it's a real song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Like
real
I said,
song.
I've heard it before. Nah, bro. Bro, eventually, when they make the Jabba the Hutt show, they have to get a song by Jelly Roll in there. That would be like perfect.
Fucking God, dude. Don't start. Don't fucking start with me, Roman. Don't start.
You know, Roland, you know that that's gonna happen.
Won't
You
start
know
with
that
me.
that's gonna happen. You know that's gonna happen, bro.
Don't start with me.
Roland's shaking his head.
Don't fucking start with me. All right, so let's go through this scene by scene. So I have reason to believe this is Andor from the last shot of the trailer, where he's at, dressed all suave.
Yes.
I believe this is Chandrilla, which would be Mon Mothma's homeworld. Pretty positive.
So, how much of what we see in the show, or how much of what we see in this trailer, how many episodes do you think that like we saw?
Ooh,
Like
I think we saw parts of the 4 different arcs. Maybe not the 4th arc, but I think we saw parts of the different arcs. Because what they're doing, I don't know if you've seen what the release schedule is going to be. It's super interesting.
Is it throughout the whole year?
No, it's actually like the opposite in what I would say of like Cobra Kai. So it'll be, instead of them dropping like 5 episodes every like couple months for the final season, they're dropping 3 episodes for 4 weeks straight.
What?
So the show's only going to last a month.
What? Seriously?
Yep. And that's all we get for the rest of the year. I don't think there's any other animated thing. So I think Andor's it for 2025. And then the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which I know everybody's hyped for.
Is that coming out this year?
It's supposed to come out early 2026. But that's the next thing on the slate. There's nothing else. Nothing else that's been announced, at least. They'll probably announce like a Tales of like fucking Jabba's palace at like Ahsoka's, or at fucking, and Ahsoka will be in it too somehow. We'll probably fucking announce that. It'll be
Tales
like
of Jabba's palace.
it'll be like another 30 minutes.
Tales of Jabba's palace.
Which could be, actually, that's a real book, and that was interesting. It was like a ton of bounty hunter stories. But
The
won't be
soundtrack written by Jelly Roll.
it won't be that, though. It'll be like a whole 3 episode arc about Salacious Crumb.
And then they'll like make one about like and
The other one
then
will
the
be
other
about
three
the
episodes.
singer. It'll be about the band.
No, that or the the Twilight that he like throws into the that he
Yeah, the
like
Tales
throws
of
into the
Ula.
thing.
Tales of
Her,
Ula.
yeah. Yeah, bro. She'll have like a whole thing about her. We'll see her childhood. We'll see her whole like backstory. We'll see that she cheated on her husband.
Yeah, so she
Like,
deserves to get eaten by the Rancor.
yeah, exactly.
Now,
like,
I mean, Pilgrim. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll probably be some like because the Tales of the whatevers they only usually clock out at like 30 minutes to an hour of content.
no,
So
bro.
easy shit for them to bang out, and they'll probably just throw something like that out. But then Visions. Here's the thing with Visions. I go through and I look at the thumbnails for every episode, and I'm like, because it usually says what studio did it too. So I'll be like, oh, is this an anime studio I like? And if it is, then cool. If it's not, then I don't watch it. Unless somebody tells me to go back and watch this episode specifically because it's really good. If the animation catches my eye when I'm watching through Visions, like I'm scrolling through, I'll click on the episode and watch it. But I don't watch the whole thing. Like season 1, I watched every episode of, and there was a lot that I didn't like. But the one about the kid in the band and all that shit is fucking stupid. And then Vision season 2, I watched 4 episodes maybe. Because to me, the only reason I like the idea of Visions to exist in the first place is because you're giving it to a ton of anime studios. But season 2, they didn't. They gave it to like French studios, like a South African studio, South American studios. It's like the animation styles are so wonky on a lot of them. Like I don't like visually looking at this. But there's something about nice, crisp anime that's like I like visually to see what this looks like.
Yeah. Which is what made season 1 so interesting, especially the Ronin episode. I wish that would get put into the mainline canon because like that shit would be cool.
Yeah, Ronin was cool. The Ninth Jedi was good. The one about the twins from Trigger was good, and they're the ones that did Cyberpunk Edge Runners like right after that. Yeah, there was some good. Oh, the one with the Padawan and the Master that fight the old samurai dude.
Yeah.
Like where his Sith blade is actually like a katana.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Really fast. You brought up Tails, and I've been thinking about this. You know how like Bad Batch left us with like a whole bunch of like unanswered questions. I have a really stupid theory, but because I don't trust Disney,
Is it a Star Wars theory?
it might be a Star Wars theory, bro.
What?
Tales of the Bad Batch is probably what they're going to do next.
I think it should just be Tales of the Clones.
Yeah, but Tales
That's
of
what
the
people
Bad
want.
Batch.
Bad Batch. Like, give us more clone stuff. I'm sick and tired of the Bad Batch. I don't care about fucking Omega. I don't. I watched 3 seasons of it. I don't need more of them. Watched 3 seasons of like 21 to 24 episodes. I don't need more Bad Batch. Just so Omega can be like, "Oh, Wrecker! Don't you really miss Tech because he's dead?" And then Wrecker's like got fucking Vietnam flashbacks, and then it'll show something about like Tech.
I need you to pet Batcha. I need you to pet Batcha.
Fuck, I forgot about that thing, dude. I forgot that goddamn animal was alive. Fuck.
Brazil's better.
Give me Tales of the Old Republic.
Yeah, but then you trust Disney with doing like Revan and Bane and shit like that.
They don't have to. Nope, they don't have to. Just give me something that goes on during the Old Republic. You don't have to touch anybody. Make new characters. I don't give a shit. But have it take place. Maybe make a reference to like what's going on like Rusan and like the Sith Empire and shit like that. Do 3 episodes just about a random Sith acolyte and 3 episodes about a random Jedi. Maybe they cross paths with Satil Shan for like a second. Maybe the Sith dude talks to Revan for like 2 minutes, but like, don't make it about them. I don't trust you with them. But if you actually wanted to pique my interest, Old Republic is what would pique my interest. And then show how much the Jedi were fucking warriors and not little pampered bitches like they are in the High Republic.
Is the High Republic right before we get to the prequels?
Yes.
The timelines are kind of confusing.
Yes. It's like 200 years. It's like the 200 years between that and like what would be peacetime and then the Old Republic.
Okay.
I mean, the Old Republic is 5,000 years beforehand.
Okay.
I think it's 5,000.
So
it might be 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure it's 5 though. When the Jedi first are created, when they first become the Jedi Order, and the Sith fucking leave with like Sotha Sil, and then they go and become and Junta Paul and like the original Sith, where they find the actual homeworld of a race called the Sith, and then they just, because they're basically gods compared to these primitive creatures on this planet, they just follow them. And then they start interbreeding, and then they create the Sith warriors, and then Sith alchemy, and like all this other shit. And then they wait like 1,000 years, and then they just roll up, and they're like, "Fucking kill the Jedi!" Like, yeah.
Yep. So
there's a couple Sith wars before that, where it's like Sith on Sith violence.
So, what makes you think that Cassian is on Mon Mothma's world here?
Because later in the trailer, which we'll get to, it doesn't look like Coruscant, but it looks like Mon Mothma's daughter's like wedding, which they set up at the end of season 1.
Yeah,
with the arranged marriage. So it looks like that could be the wedding. Multiple shots of the wedding look to be in this. If not one might be like a banquet or something, but it looks like a wedding, or at least like the engagement party or something. And I think shit's going to go down because she needs to leave, right? She needs to leave the Senate because by Rogue One, she's not in the Senate anymore. I think we could see Bail Organa in the show. Jimmy Smith.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be in there. But I think Andor is going to be the one that smuggles her off world and gets her out of whatever's going on. Because this is also the same set. I mean, this could not be Chandrila at all. This could be a completely different planet where shit's going down. But the way everybody's dressed, it looks real regal. They're all dressed in the blues and the golds and the whites. You'll see as we go on. But there's clearly a riot that happens in this location.
Yeah.
So, who knows? We'll keep going, though.
You got the trailer on mute, right?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, cool.
Is that, I mean, right here, that's the same. That looks like the same type. Yeah, same pillars.
Yeah.
So something clearly fucking happens here. Whether Andor's trying to get into a bank in this, I mean, he might be trying to get into like a high roller type of thing. He might be trying to get into a bank. Like, he looks like he's dressed all real fancy. That, bro, this looks like it could be a couple different places. In this trailer, right, or this shot. Honestly, if I was looking at this 15 years ago, I'd be like, why is he on Camino?
Woo! Woo! Hang on. Can we turn that back down?
Yeah.
What's going on, Caleb?
Yeah, I got you.
Keep going back and forth. Well, I popped in, and we were all on the left side there for a second, and there was nothing in the middle. I got a great view. There we go. Ah, beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, right. So if I was looking at this from a different perspective, like 15 years ago, I'd ask myself, why is Andor on Camino? But he's not. clearly. This could also be
planet
our
is
same
that?
trailer. It looks like a whited out version of the Senate hallway, but I doubt that.
Hey, Roman, did you get a new mic?
Yes,
did.
sir.
Okay. You got a white one this time?
Yep.
Wow, I did. I'm impressed. I had always heard, once you go black, you never go back. But I guess,
Fuck you, Caleb.
hey, I don't
Nah,
think you should be saying fuck you to the guy that woke your co-host up last week.
That's okay. It was all off stream, basically. YouTube cut it before that.
No, it didn't.
No,
You
it does. It does in the replay.
No. What happens is it takes, unless it changed, but it takes the 12 hours and it shifts it so that the end of the 12 hours is the end of your stream. It cuts off the beginning.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Oh,
Well, I went back. I don't think it cut the beginning.
Go back and look.
No, I went back and watched it because I rewatched the part we had X on.
Okay.
See how I sounded.
anyway, this is the newer version of the Yeti, so eventually I will level up to a higher mic. But yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty
Thank
good.
you for waking him up.
Caleb.
Yeah.
thank you.
You are very welcome.
Yeah,
it was funny. I'm more annoyed that I wasn't able to grift off of him.
Yeah, you could have. You should have.
Well, you see, Caleb's a good person, so he
Yeah, I think we still all regret not hopping on a stream and streaming over John's stream though. But that was more entertaining because John was on camera.
Does anybody know anything about Liza P?
Lies of P. I know that Mahler fucking loves it.
isn't that
I've
a
never-
book?
No, it's maybe, but it's a game.
Life
too.
of Pi is the book that they made into a movie.
Life of Pi.
Oh,
Lies
right.
of P, but it's just like the Indian kid running around with a tiger just fighting eldritch demons. Caleb, what is your opinion on this trailer? Not the music. I know you hate it. Everybody hates
I
it.
didn't watch the trailer. I don't watch Andor. It's not Star Wars.
Okay.
Oh, ooh.
That's an opinion people have. That's not an opinion I agree with.
It's not Star Wars. Star Wars
Damn.
requires. I think, Rollo, I think you and I had this conversation last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Did we
did.
talk about this? Yeah. Star Wars requires the actual forces of good and evil. The Empire versus the versus the
They're not-
Rebellion is just the location. It's the setting. The true story
Yeah,
of Star
but-
Wars is the Sith versus the Jedi versus the Sith.
Well, you said it's like, good versus evil, but I'm saying, like, and Caleb, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but like Andor has clear
It's totally
good and
okay
evil
for you to say
sides,
I'm wrong.
though.
See,
It's
the reason
okay for you to say I'm wrong.
the reason I disagree is because in the books in the EU, there's tons of amazing fucking stories that do not revolve around good and evil. That Jedi are not involved in said stories. They're mentioned, but they're not in it.
Totally cool. They're not Star Wars stories.
That's a hot take.
Well, let's just keep
The bounty hunter wars. The bounty hunter wars are fucking spectacular.
I'm sure they're great. I'm sure it's a great story. It's not a Star Wars story without the Sith and the Jedi.
So that is just like some sort of fucking generator, John. I can't tell if somebody's hacking or fucking blowing up. Almost looks like they're turning it on though, like a jump start. Random hallway, a lot of random.
Pilgrim, I
hallway.
sent you the link, by the way, in case you don't know.
Pilgrim's actually going to come in here.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's an Imperial. This looks like a hangar of some. This is a weird room.
That looks like a sequel shot.
I wouldn't say that. You know what it looks like? I feel like there should be a ton of Bugattis in here.
A
Like,
ton
looks
of
like a-
what?
I just said it like Andrew Tate. Bugattis. It looks like a room where you'd have a ton of show cars.
Okay, I heard something else.
Yeah, I thought you said something else too, pal.
A Bugatti.
You're not helping yourself.
Whatever. He says it. Yeah, we're in a war. He says that's Yavin 4, clearly. Then right here, that looks like they're dressed as engineers or something.
Yeah.
That, all right, I'm going to say it right now. I have a feeling this planet looks very familiar. Does it look familiar? Does it look familiar to either of you two?
Looks like the planet that they start out on at the start of Rogue One, but I could be wrong.
It's what you call it from Rebels.
Yep. I'm almost 100% positive that this is Lothal.
Yeah, you and everyone else.
Yeah. So you do.
Oh no!
Even this and the
Lothal,
like that type of building.
That means that Ghost Crew is going to show up.
It doesn't, not necessarily, because if this is
what's probably going to happen is you're probably going to hear about them,
or you're going to see them. But you know what? They could. Does that mean that we're going to get what's his name as Kanan, the guy who Freddie Prinze Jr. fucking
to be
hates?
fair, he said he was done playing the character. So
yeah, well, there's been a lot of people that have said that.
Yeah, they're all whores though.
Yeah, you mean like Robert Downey Jr., who was done being Iron Man, and now he's just like, well, I'm not Iron Man, I'm Dr. Doom. It's different.
He also just confirmed Iron Man 4.
Did they really?
With what?
Yeah.
Iron Heart?
I have no idea.
With Rhodey, who's been a Skrull for the past...
Dude, I don't even know what the story is anymore.
God damn it. So I'm thinking this is Lothal. This shot I like a lot, which is also on Lothal. Yeah, that's cool. I fuck with that.
And then
so now they're patting themselves on the back, which I think is hilarious because they weren't acting like that.
Fucking Disney flexing. Yeah.
You got to get. He's in season 1. Yeah, but Disney flexing is like they were not feeling that way about Andor season 1, and I'll say it again. And I really think that there is an internal like we're pissed off at the fact that these nobodies from a different company with a different writer that's not part of Disney created a show that actually had a higher trajectory than Kenobi or Ahsoka or Boba Fett or even The Mandalorian.
What do you mean by trajectory?
Like it's more people watched it towards the end of the season, whereas with the other shows there was more of a drop off. And this is the one show.
I don't think Andor tracked once.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah, it's still tracking. Like people still go back and watch it more than they go back and watch the other stuff. Somebody broke it down like all last week. I want to say EBN, but I could be wrong. Somebody went over it, showed them all. But I think there's got to be a little bit of like Dave Filoni who's just pissed off that like Ahsoka did not do well. Because here's the thing. My main thinking was the show I literally said it last week because the trailer wasn't even out yet. So I was like, okay, this show comes out in a month and a half, almost 2 months. How is there not a trailer? But everything else will get a trailer like 6 months to a year before. But it's almost like and then they're dropping Andor all within 1 month. They're not even giving it more than a month. Every week's going to be 3 episode drops. It's just weird.
Yeah. It kind of feels like it's like here, have your fucking show. And
yeah, and get ready for Mandalorian and Grogu because that's what we really care about. Like, it's so stupid. I hate that little green fucker now. But yeah, Saw Gerrera, I don't mind him being in it. See right here. So this to me, That's Mon's daughter's like engagement party or wedding. And it looks like the same architecture from that first shot of the trailer. So they're probably on Chandrilla,
I didn't even peep that.
I would assume.
How did you even catch that?
Because it didn't look like Coruscant. Dude, I went through the trailer before. I stopped, I went through it, I watched it a couple times, and then I paused every scene. So I was like, ooh, this looks like that. And this looks like that. And she's dressed like this in this shot. She's not dressed like this in the other shot, type of thing. We only get one shot of Luthen, so it doesn't really matter. I dig it. There's Bix.
They're literally just flexing.
And Cassian. I would say this is probably a part of Coruscant because it looks very similar to all the shots of Cyril and on Coruscant in season 1. Same thing with Deirdre Miro. This just looks like the way that they're showing certain locations in Coruscant in live action. Blows up a building in the background. Then you get Krennic. Looking out a fancy window.
Krennic. Direct Krennic.
No, I don't mind. I like Ben Mendelsohn. So when he's actually being good in a good script, I mean, I liked him as Krennic in Rogue One. I don't know about you, Caleb. How did you feel about Krennic?
It was fine. Good film. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So wait, Caleb, did you like Rogue One then, or do you not consider that to be a Star Wars movie?
I enjoyed it.
There's more than enough Force in there. I mean, like there's Jedi in it. Well, there's the priests of the Force, I guess, or whatever you call them, which is like Baze and Chirrut, Ip Man. But I mean, there's also Vader. So I think it's
which is why I'm worried that he's going to be in this show. I think that they're going to put him in here.
I don't think we'll get him in the capacity that you think we will. I think the best way to do Vader in this show would be they're in a location, they're doing a heist or whatever. The mission is going well, and then they're like looking out on a landing platform, and the Lambda Clash shuttle lands. And they're like, ooh, who the fuck could be in there? Because that's an important target. And then they just mention, like, Lord Vader has landed, like, over the thing. And then they're like, fuck, we got to go. So, like, just the presence of him, they don't show, like, if they don't show him, just the presence of, like, he's in the location, he's here, means, like, we got to dip. And I think that could work well. But I think you could also do a scene where he's in the ISB, like, briefing room, and he's speaking to everybody in the security bureau. And like, but he's not talking. He's just standing there as an imposing presence, like he did behind Tarkin in The New Hope, standing there with his arms crossed, just behind Partagas, Director Partagas.
I think that we're gonna get a Palpatine Senate scene. I think that that's definitely going to happen.
I think that's very possible because we need a scene where Mon Mothma recedes from the Senate.
Yeah.
So I think that is very. It could be Masameda though. It doesn't necessarily have to be Palpatine because Palpatine took a big step back from actually attending Senate meetings at that point in time. So it could have just been Masameda, which is like his vice president.
How long? How long after Rogue One does the Senate get disbanded? It's like almost disbanded, right?
It's literally happening while that's happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's happening during Rogue One because then when Vader catches Leia, like right at the beginning of A New Hope, he says, she's like, I'm a senator. And he's like, the Senate doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I feel like that's two opportunities for us to actually see Palpatine. I think it's totally possible that we'll see him. Do I think that we need to? No, but I mean, if it's written okay and it's a well-written thing, then you know what? Give Ian McDermott one last check to play Palpatine. I'm cool with it. I like Ian. He's a good guy. So, then this shot here I like a lot more.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
I mean, the scale of the Death Star looks phenomenal. I mean, you got these Star Destroyers that just look minuscule compared to it. But I do believe that this quote here, "What a swell party this is," I think Krennic is actually at the party for Mon Mothma's daughter. I think he's there because there's a shot later in this trailer where he actually looks like he's wearing more of like a regal Imperial outfit as opposed to just his normal uniform. Like maybe it's like dress robes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing it as this is like, because you know they do this in trailers all the time. They'll take a quote from something else in the show and put it into a scene, because this actually does just kind of work in the trailer because you show all the beginning stuff, then you show 2 shots of him, what a swell party this is, and then it jumps in all of the action. So I think that that's likely where this actually comes from.
It could be.
I like that. I like that shot.
That shot's cool.
These guys are Saw Gerrera's partisans. Same X-wings from when we see them in Rogue One and when we see them in Andor season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So what they were doing here, I don't know. I almost feel like this is another rebel base.
It might be.
And they might have just went to clean up somebody because they were about to release some information or something like that. They just rolled up and cleaned them out because you know that they're not like the rebellion. I mean, the partisans are basically fucking terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it. I do like that. That's one of those ships we see in Clone Wars, though. The Slavers. Zygerian. It's a Zygerian ship. So that right there, it's that same planet. There's a lot of fucked up civilians.
Yeah, I think something's gonna happen at the wedding for sure.
If that is the wedding, this could be something completely different.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt y'all for a second.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through Share Your Creations, and I see a video from this guy in the middle that says this new Spider-Man show is actually good.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need an explanation, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through this, and I can, tell you why.
I actually don't have that kind of time.
Tell him now.
Well, I think that it's faithful to Peter as a character, and I was worried because of the trailer because it seemed like he was gonna be very Gen Z-ish, but they
I'm gonna
didn't lead
fucking
into
mute
that.
'cause I'm gonna say
And so I think personally that they, adapted a lot of the old stories well. And I'm not the biggest fan of some of the new characters. Like if you watch the video, I say that, but I like the I don't like the animation's wonky, but I like that Spider-Man is Spider-Man and he's treated well and he is respected. He's not, made to be a villain like, a lot of heroes in their own shows now are made to be villains, or that the villains the moral compass. So I like that he can be a hero. And even though it's tied to the MCU, it's not like sucking on the teat of the MCU. It's its own thing within the MCU. And it's got Daredevil in it, so that's fun. And I like Charlie Cox, and
is he
I bet
actually
you like Cox.
is he actually Daredevil in it though, or is he just a lawyer?
Yes. He's actually He's
Sorry,
actually
Caleb, no offense. I
Daredevil.
didn't mean it to sound like that.
No. He actually is Daredevil. Him and Spider-Man have a pretty cool fight. So yeah, actually cool.
I bet they fuck after it.
So
Um,
yes, I like it, and I don't care what y'all have to say. So,
I don't know how faithful it really truly is, but
well, you also are not as big of a comic reader as I am. So,
yeah, but I
not
know
saying that
quite a
you're
few
wrong,
people.
buddy.
I know
But
quite a few people that are, and they don't find it faithful at all.
well, I don't give a fuck what they have to say. So,
Damn.
nice. So it's my own channel. I can make whatever videos I like to, and I like what I like. So
That's no one's coming at you for liking it.
Well,
I would be coming at you for liking it if it was Rings of Power or the Acolyte. Then we'd have a
I
problem.
will say, according to Pilgrim, apparently you also liked Agatha.
I never said I liked that show. I
No,
said it was okay.
I don't think he
I didn't
ever
say
said
that I said that what I saw of it was okay. I didn't like it. There is a difference between well, what is this? What the fuck is that?
Bro, that's exactly what it. That is exactly what it was like. That's exactly what it was like.
But Trump doesn't have a beard though. He found
Bro,
one like
he's got the
That's
Chad beard.
fine.
I'm just saying.
Yo, you know what? I'm a proponent of giving Donald Trump a beard. Make him look like Thaden.
Nah, bro. He should just grow one out. He
That's what
would
I'm
look.
saying.
Although, can he though? Like,
Probably.
I don't think I've ever seen him with facial hair, ever.
No, he never had.
He probably does this thing called shaving.
Probably.
All right, so let's just keep on going.
Anyway, back to the Andor trailer. This is clearly that same shot from the beginning. It's just things have escalated a lot. Clearly, some rebel fucking attack, or maybe it's much like in season 1. I mean, dude, all these people, they don't seem to be dressed in like combat clothes. They look like they're all civilian. So that's interesting. I mean, it's not even interesting. I know exactly what's happening here. Shit gets out of hand. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who is that?
Could it be Cassian's sister?
Or his lover?
No, that's Bix.
Oh, right.
Could it be his sister that he was looking for in season 1 and never found? Or is it entirely a new character?
I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
So there's 1 year in between the 3 episode arcs to lead up to Rogue One. So it'll be
Wait.
3 episodes and a year time
wait.
skip.
Wait. There is a year between every 3 episodes?
Yes.
Guys, I've got
What?
another one. I got another one, guys.
Let's see.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. The internet works fast.
The internet works really fast.
No, I want my money.
Why does Vance look like constipated as shit, though, there?
Vance looks like he's just like trying
Feels like
to.
he's ready to take a frying pan to Zelensky.
Vance in that specific shot looks like he's kind of being like, okay, guys, okay, all right, okay, shush, calm down. And Donald Trump's just like, no, you shut up. Like, I'm telling him how it is. Oh, dude, the one thing Zelensky said though was like, we're not gonna get political on it. We're not gonna get political on it. But the one thing that he said was like, you have no idea how all this is going to affect you, and you're across the ocean. And Trump's like, you have no idea what I planned for that. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Like, it was just it's probably not the best thing to have said on his part. I haven't watched the full thing though, so I'm sure I'll watch it later.
It's hilarious.
I'm sure I'll watch it through CobraCast.
Guys,
Later.
I gotta go. Y'all have fun.
All righty, Caleb. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Sorry that y'all enjoy this crap.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't.
Peace out.
See you later, brother. Yo, right before you left, you think Andor looks like Caleb? That's good. That is good. I like it. But I like this trailer. So I'm going to keep going. Right here, again. That looks like Lothal in every way. Clearly, this is the guy who is Andor's friend from season 1, being held back by stormtroopers. They're not killing him, so that's interesting. But if this is within the time skipped points in time, then, I mean, he could have been. Maybe this is where they go after season 1. Maybe when Andor tells the pilot, get them out of here before he goes to meet up with Luthen at the very end of season 1, maybe they're brought to Lothal, or they get to Lothal at some point and they're hiding out there. They could be farming here. Because we get another shot later where Bix runs up to Cassian and gives him a hug. Now, I don't know how much of a skip there is in time between season 1 and season 2. I would say it's at least 6 months. I would assume. But I'm sure they'll explain it. How long he's been with Luthen at that point. But I mean, this is looking pretty. I mean, again, visually, guys, this trailer looks way better than anything else. They don't use the volume in Andor. And that's something that I really appreciate. Because I remember when Mandalorian first came out and they had the volume, everybody was like, wow, that's like amazing technology. And it is. I'm not cutting that off. The volume is amazing technology. But when you see the volume being used for almost everything, it's too uncanny. There's not enough physicality to it. Like with these shots in these places, it looks like you're actually there. Yeah, I'm sure that those big oil drums or whatever they are, silos in the back, they're clearly CGI, of course. But this all in the foreground, and it looks like even the grass probably is. They really found a place that looks like this and filmed it there, because that's what they did with all of season 1. I know that those shots of what I had said was probably Chandrilla earlier in the trailer, where that riot seems to happen and things like that. That's filmed in Spain, I believe. So that's actually like a real location in Spain. So, I mean, filming on location always looks better. And that's why Andor had like a high budget for season 1. Obviously we don't know what the budget for season 2 is yet, but the budget for season 1 was up there because people were annoyed that Kenobi got less of a budget than Andor, but then people got even more pissed off because the Acolyte got $280 million that we know of, and that's all volume, and you can tell. That show is entirely filmed on the volume and a couple indoor sets, and that's it. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's at her wedding. Or maybe even like something like that. But the reason Andor would be there, I think, is to get Mon out of there. I would assume. And also, what's up, Risman? How are you? Later, Mothma dancing at daughter's wedding is Chandrilla. Yep. And then at least $290 million. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It definitely looks like it through the trailer. I like what I'm seeing, so
I apologize, Roland. I had to go and help my mom bring in food. Sorry about that.
you're good. But also, look, Roman, another shot of Lothal. Matt Risman's in chat, by the way. Say what's up.
Hey, we got a celebrity in here.
But yeah, this is Andor's friend from season 1. It looks like there's been some time that's gone past. I don't know if, again, I'm just recapping because Roman missed what I said. I don't know if he ended up here right after season 1, and that's why there's a little bit of a time jump, or if it was one of those times in between the episode arcs.
Yeah.
But we see another shot of this where Bix runs up to Cassian after he's flying that TIE fighter. Which, Matt, give me the name of that TIE fighter real quick. That makes sense. It makes sense to me. It's the TIE something. Avenger.
Avenger.
TIE
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Because everybody keeps saying TIE Advanced, and I'm like, it's not a TIE Advanced. It doesn't look like a TIE Advanced. I knew it from the EU. Because even I was watching Rogue Sarge and John go over it, and they kept saying TIE Advanced. And I was like, I kept thinking to myself, like, fuck, what is the name of this one? So I was gonna say it's the Avenger. Because it's not the Advanced.
What is the TIE Advance though? Is that like actually a thing?
Yeah, the TIE Advanced. There's only one of them, and it's Darth Vader's.
Oh.
It's got hyperspace capabilities. It's got like a ton of upgrades on it. It's the only. I believe originally the TIE Advanced was the only model. There was only one TIE Advanced model. It was Vader's. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he's the only one that had a TIE Advanced. But again, it would make sense that it's Lothal, because this is where the the industrial yards that made the TIE Defender were in Rebels, where Thrawn was overseeing the Defender project. Which, again, dude, that's another cameo they could do. They could put Thrawn in this.
Do you really want Thrawn to?
No.
Really want Thrawn to be in here though?
Not particularly. Not if he's gonna look the way he did last time and he had like a fucking beer gut and shit. If he looked like Thrawn, like a young Thrawn, you could still use Lars Mikkelsen. I'm cool with that. But have him in like one scene, and I'm cool with it.
Is Thrawn a Grand Admiral at this point?
Thrawn would be operating at this point in Lothal, or it'd be right before he joins in.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say I thought that was a flight suit. So he's definitely on Lothal. See, that's why I like having Matt here, because Matt knows he's already looking at the toys, so he knows what they're gonna say before they say them. But I mean, again, they're not shooting him here, so they're probably trying to stop him from something. They're not even tasing him, so I almost feel like it's something that he's not going to get arrested for. But they're just like, sir, hold back while this goes on, type of thing. But I liked his character in season 1. He's the one who smacked that Imperial officer over the head and made him do a flip with Marvis Brick. It's Andor's best friend. All right, I like this. I like this a lot.
That's cool.
So a lot of people are saying that they think this is a Rebel strike team because they're not wearing helmets. Dude, I just think that's an ISB strike team. They've all got the ISB hats on. They've got goggles. Like, I feel like this is just an ISB actual strike team. They're Comp
Yeah,
Force?
it seems like it.
Is that what they are?
Comp Force? What the heck are those?
That is Deidre assists it in the back with the motion detector. Oh, okay. Then yeah.
What are Comp Force troops?
Aren't they basically like the ISB's foot soldiers? I think they are.
I don't know. I don't know what they are, so.
Yeah. Comp Force is they are. They're the military troops of ISB. I thought so. So that would be like FBI agents on the field.
Ah.
And then there's Deidre. And you see them wearing it back here. There's a dude wearing it right there.
Yeah.
So this is on Coruscant, I would assume. At the ISB headquarters. I'm really interested to see what happens with her and Cyril in this season. See, right there. All right, right here. He's at the wedding. That's the guy that's married. That is the father of who's being married to her son or her daughter.
Yeah,
that's Mon Mothma. That's Mon Mothma right here. So when he says in the trailer what a swell party this is, he's there. I'm almost positive. It could be the engagement party that he's at, or it could be the wedding. Yeah, I think he's a wedding guest. And then you also have this guy, which I believe he's in season 1, but he's not. It's not Partagas, but it starts with an L, I think. And that guy looks to just be like an ISB assistant, but the ISB is clearly at the party, or the wedding.
Yeah,
Or
but why though?
It could even be like a gala, because I think later on what we see of the camera doesn't look like the wedding, so I think that would be some sort of gala. Again, just gonna go through this quickly. That's fucking sick. And you can see this is not a tie advanced. It's clearly an Avenger. That's the wedding. Yep, that's definitely the wedding. That's the partisans leaving from that location that they had the dead body on the ground. Here, that right here, the camera. There's the guy who's the father that so he's the gangster that's giving her money. They're getting a picture here. This does not look like either of those same locations. So I'm assuming this is like a fundraiser, maybe. And that's Perrin, that's her husband, and that's Mon Mothma there.
It could also be the wedding reception too.
Yeah, that's possible. But this also could just be a Senate thing. Although most of these people look to be dressed in Chandrillan outfits. There's a lot of blue and gold and white going on here. K2. I'm very cool with. K2 was like one of the best parts of Rogue One. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you guys here in chat like have heard the rumor about K2SO, but it's that something happens to Cassian's droid. And Matt probably knows this theory, or I think it was a rumor even. And something happens to B2, the little red droid from season 1 of Andor.
What?
And they actually implement his memory data banks into like this Imperial security droids system. So that's why K2 is like best friends with Cassian. He's like a little bit sarcastic and things because he is. It's like a newer version of B2 in a way, who can actually talk better and stuff. What else we got? Stormtroopers running out into the hangar bay where he's stealing the TIE Avenger. That's when he lands a TIE Avenger. There's Bix. So I mean, again, this planet, it's got to be Lothal. This looks to be that riot from the beginning. I do like the Imperial riot troopers. I think they look cool. So it's going to start with a regular riot. It's going to end up Stormtroopers are going to come in. People are going to die.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, this is just obviously a heist of some kind. It's that machine that they tased or not tased, but like got electrocuted in the beginning for that one shot right here. Some sort of digger or something. Now here's Cyril running out, which this looks like, again, that same type of pillars from the beginning.
Yeah.
This looks like that was shot in Spain. So that would be, what did he say? Gorsham? What's the planet Matt said? But I like Cyril. I'd be interested to see where he's going, what's going to happen with him.
Foreman, yeah.
Yeah, that's this. That's got to be the same location. So they're showing us a lot of this Gorman place.
It's definitely all going to be in the first episode.
There's Melshi, who Andor escaped prison with in season 1, who is also in Rogue One. He's on Scarif. He dies on Scarif with everybody else, but I like Melshi. He's the homie. He escaped. He was one of the only ones who, like, he escaped the prison. He's like, bro, people got to know about this. We got to be fucking rebels. I'm glad to see he's back. I like him as a character. I like this scene.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck this scene is. Shit's about to go down. And correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the chick that runs Luthen's shop?
It looks like her, doesn't it? I think it is.
I would not be opposed to seeing this. Yeah, Clea. I think it would be Clea. It's hard to tell, but it looks like her. That's him obviously escaping in the TIE Avenger. Now this is interesting. I mean, this could also be Gorman. It looks like it is. And then we got this device here that's like a force. It is a force push basically, which is interesting. That is Bix getting her hair freaking pulled, paused by an Imperial agent.
Nah, don't pause.
So clearly something's going down. Again, this looks like it would be on Lothal. So maybe this is when she's getting dragged out, and that's why the other dude, Cassian's friend, I'm forgetting his name, is getting held back by the stormtroopers.
You think that scene and this scene are connected?
I think they're in the same place, yeah.
Mm.
You got this red and white motif. You have the little plant that almost looks like the grass outside. This looks like it could be a little farmhouse. Yeah, I can see that. Random person screaming. Cyril's mom. Random person screaming. Again. During Gorman. And then whoever this is. Yo, actually, you know what? I think I know who this is. It's the kid who threw the bomb at the end of season 1.
It looks like him.
Killed his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's got to be him. Because it would make sense that he's radicalized, so it would make sense that he actually joins up with the Empire or with the partisans as opposed to the mainstream rebellion. Yeah, it's definitely the bomb kid. But I like this quote: "You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight." So
yes, sir.
I like Saw Gerrera being played by Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is just good.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker is a tremendous actor.
I'll just play it real quick.
You here, you right here, and you're ready to fight.
So I want to know why he's dressed all fancy for if he's on Gorman. Like, what's he trying to get into that he has to look suave for?
Booty call, maybe.
You know, if it's not on Chandrilla, or it's not for the wedding or a gala, it's got to be for something important. I'm thinking a bank.
You think he's doing a heist?
I don't necessarily think it's a heist. I think it's like he needs to get money out, but he needs to look the part. And then shit goes down while he's here. Yeah, but I mean, I agree with you, Matt. It could be Coruscant, and I think he will be at the gala. But again, bro, this is the same architecture. You can see it out there. Like right up here, that's that same pillar type of architecture that we see from those other shots. And from the very first shot, like, am I wrong? This looks like the same place.
Yeah. I think that he is going to hand her off to Ghost.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you.
I think it's possible. They're not going to miss a chance to put Hera into the show. if they get the opportunity. But I don't need it to be a whole Ghost Crew thing. I need it to just be like they're all standing in the background. And Andor's like, all right, you're good to go. I'll see you later. And my mom was like, thank you so much. And then she leaves.
Agreed. I think that's how it should be.
I don't think he's the cause of the explosion either, Matt. But we could be totally wrong. But I don't think he is. I mean, but yeah, that's the Andor season 2 trailer, which I think looks good.
Yeah, it looks good, but the
You
music sucks.
Yeah, you remove the music from it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite
Yes,
a lot.
sir.
And
And
I
now we are back to Sydney.
I
But
know, you know what? The one thing I will say is it will be really fun for us if we get to review a show that isn't The Acolyte or Rings of Power.
yeah, that will be fun.
Like House of the Dragon. We had fun with that.
Would you guys want like a watch party? I think that like that'd be cool.
Yeah, we could definitely do an Andor watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like make those the RoloRome cast for like, a couple weeks. Just
Oh, dude, I'm not waiting that long. Depending on the day that we do the RoloRome cast.
shit. You're right, true. We'll figure that out
If
when
the
that time
episode
comes.
drop on like what is April 22nd? Is that a Wednesday?
Hold on. That is it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm not waiting until Friday to do the
All right,
watch.
well that
Friday would be the breakdown of the episodes.
all right, bro. Well then we can just ooh, I have an idea. Y'all go over onto the Patreon and Ron and I will watch it live over there because you can live stream over there. There.
That's a possibility.
We'll watch it there.
That's a
And
possibility.
then yeah, and then excuse me?
Get wrecked, dude.
Get wrecked.
I mean, I guess that's a good time for us to go into the Kathleen Kennedy article.
So first of all, how likely is it do you think that she retires?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. So if anybody doesn't know, there was a rumor the past week that Kathleen Kennedy was going to be retiring at the end of the year. And yeah, me too, Matt. I understand. Peace and love, brother. I'll talk to you later. But yeah, so there was this rumor that Kathleen Kennedy was going to be out. It was reported by Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, and Variety, I think. And yeah, she's not getting removed, and she's definitely not leaving. Yeah, I agree with that, Crimson. But she also agrees with that because she was asked, and she said, I ain't fucking going anywhere. She's like, what's his name?
So then why did that news break?
She's like Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street. I ain't never leaving. I never fucking leaving.
So then why did that news break?
Kathleen Kennedy speaks on her Lucasfilm plans. She is not retiring, and the films that will keep her in Star Wars orbit for years to come. She ain't going anywhere, guys. But the Piranha, yeah. So he says, I thought I'd seen all the trade journalism, but the Piranha frenzy on Kathleen Kennedy and the successor speculation that followed Matt Baloney's Puck report that Disney was putting her out to the pasture is a new one on me. Baloney for years has been beating on Kennedy like she owes him money. And this week he reported Kennedy was retiring. I recall he essentially did the same thing more than a year ago, and yet here she still is producing The Mandalorian movie and prepping the Sean Levy directed Star Wars film that Ryan Gosling is circling. I forgot about that being a thing.
Wait. Ryan Gosling's gonna be in a Star Wars movie?
Apparently, as well as numerous other film and streaming projects with A-list participants.
Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
We are all kinds of cut.
Let's see. The trades followed with gusto, dishing speculative reporting who might succeed Kennedy. Keep in mind, Sean Levy is the guy who did Deadpool. The takeaway was chaos and that Kennedy was being pushed. The reality is different, far more orderly. I'm sure she ain't going anywhere, dude.
Well, she's not just gonna willingly
According to
step
insiders,
down.
Kennedy has been working on a succession plan for a couple years. What?
I was saying she's not gonna just like
You're
she's not just
roboting
gonna.
like crazy.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, you're good. Well, that was early. No, he'll be back in a second. Yeah, no, the Ryan Gosling thing's funny. It could work. I don't know what the story will be, but it could work. But I just see him as the Blade Runner guy. Oh, I'll see it. Like it'll be if it's anything like that, which it probably will be. No, like Sean Levy, it'll probably be darker, grittier. It'll just be like Blade Runner 2049
Man,
or whatever the year, whatever that movie is supposed to take place. But yeah, Bob Iger, Alan Bergman, someone like Dave Filoni, who's the universe inside out in a strong position. He's really just talking about baloney's hustle here, the ability to turn over hard ground, but his penchant for defining industry people like Kennedy in disparaging ways. I just don't understand that. I didn't appreciate it when Deadline founder Nikki Fink did it here, and it feels like the appetite for Schadenfreude is nowhere near as high now. Given how this business is still trying to regain footing after the global pandemic, the year-long, that's a bullshit. That's bullshit. They're not trying to regain footing after the global pandemic.
I mean,
Hollywood was still allowed to work. Hollywood was still allowed to work. What they're trying to regain footing after was the fucking writer's strike and the actor's strike. The year-long labor strikes and the wildfires. Wildfires, I can understand that. But the fact that you're saying that COVID is still affecting them, bullshit.
yeah, no, I don't buy
They made
that.
bad movies. They made TV shows. All their
Yeah.
TV shows that came out were not hailed by the fans. They've made bad content. You know what they're definitely still reeling from? The Acolyte. Because Star Wars is like level of the apathy is at an all-time high for Star Wars. No one gives a fuck. That's what your problem is. Kennedy was seen an unlikely target for ire in good times or bad. Yeah, that's not true. 13 years into her run steering Lucasfilm, she has done much with the challenge of trying to broaden George Lucas's Star Wars vision. Not really. After Disney bought it from him for $4 billion in cash and stock in 2012. It's a challenge Amazon now will try with James Bond after purchasing creative control from 007 gatekeepers for $1 billion beyond the $8 billion they paid for MGM Studios. Kennedy arguably is the most successful female producer executive in Hollywood history. Arguably is the key word there. She's got her name on a ton of movies. She didn't do that though.
Well, but like, let me ask though, is that true by technicality?
Yes, by technicality, it's true. Did she have that much influence back in the day? No. Her name's on Indiana Jones, but she didn't really have that much say.
She probably didn't even work on it, right? Yeah, no. She probably didn't even work on it.
Basically, she has gotten to slap her name onto everything.
Yeah.
So yes, she got to slap her Indiana Jones. She got to slap her name on a couple other things here, but is she truly a producer on them? By technicality, yes. Her name is in the producer slot. How much work did she do? Probably not much.
What else is she on? Let's see. The Sixth Sense, Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
E.T.,
Yeah, basically anything that Spielberg had anything to do with, she's on there.
Schindler's List, Back to the Future.
So it's the same. So it's, yes, Spielberg's. These are all Spielberg movies. So it's the same exact, except for Sixth Sense was not Spielberg. But Indiana Jones, E.T., Munich, Lincoln was, I don't think was Spielberg. The Color Purple, I might have been Spielberg. World of the Worlds, Poltergeist was Spielberg. Schindler's List, I believe, was Spielberg. Back to the Future was Spielberg. So I mean, you've got your name on all of these things, right? She has produced more than 70 films that have collected 120 Oscar nominations and 25 wins.
Huh.
And she herself was awarded the honorary Oscar with the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award with 8 other Oscar nominations. Her resume is dotted with classics including Jurassic Park, Sixth Sense, Indiana Jones, E.T., Munich, Lincoln, The Color Purple, War of the Worlds, Poltergeist, Schindler's List, Back to the Future franchise, and so many others. While it has always been a challenge to please the Star Wars faithful, and there has been some misfires.
Some misfires.
There's been only misfires, except for Mandalorian Season 1 and Andor. Yeah, it's right here. Like I was saying, 5 Star Wars films she has produced have grossed nearly $6 billion, with streaming series successes topped by The Mandalorian and Andor. So there you go. Yeah, Andor. Up there. Higher than Kenobi, higher than Boba Fett, higher than Ahsoka.
Well, making money doesn't mean success, though, necessarily.
Making money doesn't mean a quality film. Yeah, so I mean, The Rise of Skywalker made $1 billion, but that doesn't make it a good fucking movie.
No. Didn't The Last Jedi make like $2 billion or something?
Yeah, because they hyped it up.
Yeah.
It's going to be the biggest battle in Star Wars history. It's going to be crazy war. Everything's going to go down. And then what? Nothing happened. Nothing happened, but you did create the biggest war in Star Wars history, which was the war between the fan base.
Yep. It was
So
the Star
technically,
Wars
why?
fan. It was the Star Wars fan civil war, pretty much.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
It's still going on. The more things like the Acolyte that we get, the more things like Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian Season 3 that we get, it continues. But again, Harvey Weinstein's name is on the Hobbit movies.
What?
He has nothing to do with the Hobbit movies.
What?
Yeah. It's a Weinstein Corporation film.
Oh, man.
So was Lord of the Rings. Beginning of Lord of the Rings says Weinstein Company. Harvey Weinstein's name is on these movies as a producer. But he had nothing to do with them.
Damn.
So use that as an example. How many music artists are signed to a label? The label has nothing to do with the music that's being made.
Oh. Probably like 80% of them. Probably.
Right, so you get to slap your name on all these movies, but that doesn't necessarily mean you had a hand in any of it.
Or, well, it's kind of like you and me are fans of rap. It's kind of like, ghostwriters. It's kind of like that thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the same, but like,
yes,
ghostwriters get their names on songs, even if they didn't write them.
So I find this funny that this guy is just like getting on his hands and knees for Kathleen Kennedy. He's like, the woman is a first ballot Hall of Famer, not someone who deserves to be batted around like a piñata. She also deserves to own her own narrative and demystify this pseudo-drama. Deadline gave Kennedy the opportunity, catching her just before she headed off to be honored tonight with her husband, Frank Marshall, which is the only reason that she's fucking famous, by the way, is Frank Marshall at the Oscar Wilde Awards. And how many people watched the Oscars this year? Probably not many.
What does he do?
Frank Marshall is a producer who actually was
Oh,
the producer on a lot of these movies, like Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Star Wars. She married him. She was
okay.
an assistant before that. She was a PA. She was getting coffee for people. She married Frank Marshall and became a producer.
And now she's the head of Lucasfilm.
Yes.
Oh man.
So Deadline says, we've read all these speculative reports that you are out, that there's a frenzy for the next person who's going to take over Lucasfilm. What's the truth? She said, the truth is, and I want to just say loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. This film is, I have been talking for quite some time with both Bob and Alan about what eventual succession might look like. We have an amazing bench of people here, and we have every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road. We are in lockstep as to what that's going to be, and I'm continuing. I'm producing the Mandalorian movie right now, and I'm also producing Sean Levy's movie, which is after that. So I'm continuing to stay at Lucasfilm and looking very thoughtfully with Bob and Alan as to who's stepping in. So that is all underway. And we have every right to make that announcement when we want to make it.
So she is leaving, just not right now.
She's already
what she's saying.
She said she'll die here. I will die making movies.
But then what does she mean by someone stepping in? What is
When
she
I
talking
die, when I die, this is going to be the person that takes control of Star Wars.
Oh.
That's what she's saying. That's what the announcement will be. I will be here
It's going to be Dave. It's going to be Dave.
It's going to be Dave or Jon Favreau, both of which are not good choices in my opinion. Does Dave know Star Wars? Yes. But does Dave put his own shit and his own agendas above everything else in Star Wars? Yes. Does Jon Favreau love Star Wars and know Star Wars? I'm sure he does, but he's also the reason we got Jack Black and Lizzo. That was a him decision. That was a Jon Favreau decision.
I mean, I'd rather Jon Favreau than Dave, though, at this point.
I would think so, but who knows? That you are looking within seems to give credence to what we've heard, that an exec like Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni is in a good position as he works on a Star Wars to write and direct. That as he works on a Star Wars, terrible quote. I can't say who it is because there's just an internal process that goes on inside a large corporation and a publicly held company.
Oh, come on. Just say it's just say that it's Dave.
Finalizing decisions, making announcements. There's nothing unusual about that, and we're in that process. This flurry of press coverage, it sounds like chaos. What's the reality? Chaos. There has never been any chaos because we know exactly what the plan is. And we've been talking about it, as I said, nonstop for the last couple of years because for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be here forever. George asked me 13 years ago to step in, and now I'm looking at who's going to replace me. And as I said, we have a bench of people internally to handle the business, the creative side. The job has grown also since I stepped in. There was no streaming. There weren't a lot of things that we're involved in right now going on. So it has grown. How far down the road do you expect before a change gets made and then you go off and produce these two big Star Wars things? We'll probably make an announcement months or a year out, and I have every intention of sticking around to help that person be successful. I'm already producing the Mandalorian movie and Sean Levy's after that. I recall these retirement predictions were rendered a while ago, and you re-upped, and here you are. What do you make of this fixation on your job status? She said, I truly don't know, and any discussion previously about me retiring or quitting or any of those things, that's complete rumor mill, because through all these reports, I have just continued doing my job and continuing my contract. Nothing unusual. It all has just been manufactured. Well, I mean, continuing your job is I don't think you ever really did your job to begin with.
Well, no. If you go back up to her quote from earlier, She says that she's going to stick around to help the person that comes in. So what that means is that she's going to step aside from the creative process, I guess.
I don't
But
necessarily take
she-
it that way. I take that as she's going to groom somebody to be in her position.
Mm, mm.
She's going to groom up somebody that she wants to be in that position. I think I honestly, dude, I would not put it past her if she was thinking about making that person up until last summer, Leslie Headland.
Well, it's probably not going to be her though now.
Casey's right. Nobody watches the award shows anymore. Dave Baloney. She says, absolutely not the case. It cannot be further from the truth. And everything that we do inside of Lucasfilm is in lockstep and in communication with Disney. So she's just going in circles now. We all know what's going on. The communication has been completely collaborative, as you would expect. This is a big piece of business for them, and they want to empower me to help them make that decision and that choice. I'm doing that. This guy says, I'm placing some blame on Marvel's Kevin Feige because he had that magnificent streak of superhero hits and set an impossibly high bar. Yeah, up until 2019, till Endgame. After that, name more than 2 hits, which were Spider-Man and Deadpool, which wasn't a Marvel thing. That Kevin Feige had nothing to do with Deadpool. He just said, "Okay, go ahead and do it."
I guess Guardians of the Galaxy. Other than that, that's
Guardians
it.
of the Galaxy wasn't a hit. Did it make money?
It was a hit critically though.
Critically, sure, but it didn't make money. It maybe
It
broke
didn't?
even. It maybe broke even. It
Hmm.
wasn't considered a box office hit. Dude, it was in theaters for like 2 months.
Huh.
Maybe.
I don't.
And then it went to streaming.
Yeah, true. I don't remember that time period.
No Way
My
Home
mind kind
and
of.
Deadpool are the only 2 big hits that they've had. Like true hits that made much more past their breaking even point.
See, yeah, Guardians did make money. It's what I thought.
But they didn't make money like that. What you could say Guardians made money, but where? Because right now, if I ask a person on the street, like, what are the last 2 Marvel films you saw? It's probably Spider-Man and probably Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. You're thinking of it from like the sense of like what's a movie that like everybody is talking about, and it probably is those 2 because Guardians kind of flew under the radar. Yes, you are right.
Guardians, it's a good movie, but it flew under the radar the same way that Andor did. I will not deny that nobody watched Andor season 1 until after Andor season 1 was out and already finished.
Yeah,
That's when it got the most love. Now it's getting the most love now, years later.
yeah. I mean, it kind of had the prequel effect. What does Kevin Feige have to do with Kathleen Kennedy, though?
Because they're both under the Disney helm, and Marvel was doing better for a time, while Star Wars was not. But basically, now he's starting to take shrapnel. How daunting is it to run a company based on beloved and iconic IPs? What has been the most challenging thing about running Lucasfilm when fans of the original trilogy measure everything against it? And I don't see the business need of broadening the franchise when Disney paid so much for it. It's what Amazon MGM will now go through as it expands the James Bond universe, which don't fucking expand it. Don't do that. That is a terrible idea. James Bond spinoffs are a terrible fucking idea for right now. You need a good James Bond movie. That's what you need first. A good, solid, back to the roots during the Cold War. Get a fucking, sorry to say it this way, get a good looking fucking white man who's got surrounded by hot chicks and he has gadgets and he goes and fights this crazy weird bad guy. And just do it during the Cold War. That will make money. That's what James Bond was. It's what it is. But if the next thing that comes out is a Miss Moneypenny spinoff, it's not going to make money. It's that simple.
Yep. 100%.
People want the Sean Connery type of Bond back. You already tried this dissection of Bond as a character when it came to Daniel Craig, and the only movie that people really liked out of that was Casino Royale. That one was the best one.
Yeah, I mean, Casino Royale is good though. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. But Inspector and was the one where he dies. No Time to Die. Fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
They're bad. Skyfall's alright. But Quantum of Solace is like, what the fuck is that? The something of what's it is not a good one. So I am interested to hear what she has to say about running Star Wars. It is something I think about all the time. It's fascinating to think about how you sustain a brand, especially Star Wars, which is just about to celebrate its 50th anniversary. And so to analyze and understand what was inspiring George when he created Star Wars, when he was still looking at Saturday matinees and Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon, and those are things of the past, and politically, what he was reflecting in his stories, he was not reflecting. There was slight allegory. It was never supposed to be political. The only politics in Star Wars is the politics between the Empire and the Senate. Star Wars is not it's not political at heart.
I'd say like 25% of it is.
Yeah, because you're running a galaxy. There needs to be politics in the story.
Well,
It's
not so
Game
much
of
like
Thrones. Game of Thrones is political at heart.
yeah.
Star Wars does not center around politics. Star Wars centers around the wistful thinking of getting off of the planet where you have this mundane life and going out and exploring the galaxy and discovering the struggle between good and evil, and what side are you going to choose? That's Star Wars. That is what that boils down to. Because everybody can relate with the scene where Luke Skywalker is looking off at the twin suns and he's like, I want to get out of here. I don't want to be on Tatooine any longer. And then things are brought to him and he goes on this crazy journey. Same thing with Anakin. He goes on this crazy journey. And it's the struggle between good and evil. That's what Star Wars boils down to.
And if you want to make the argument, I think out of all three trilogies, the prequels are the most like political out of all of them.
Absolutely.
But I think that from just like an outsider's perspective, like someone who all the time thinks about like how politics are, like me, I think now, and before y'all quote me, I'm not saying that this is what George did, but I'm saying that maybe he thought about the empire like how people think about fascist governments or how people think about like, dictatorships. Maybe in like
That's
that way.
exactly what it is. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. They're space
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're not all, none of them have German accents. They're all old British dudes.
Well, yeah.
It's
But
it's
like,
not on the head. It's yes, clearly they are a fascist dictatorship.
yeah.
They're an empire. And people were getting sick and tired of it, so they fought against it. But
Exactly.
that's just what that organization is. Because the Republic is a republic. It's clearly a republic of people with voting and all this other stuff. It's how the dark side, the evil, manipulates that.
Exactly, right. It's
How they get all of these
it's
different
a mix.
planets and, yes, how they get all these different planets and worlds to be okay with the fact that the Empire is being ushered in.
Yep.
Because they're telling them all these nice, cushy things. None of it's true, except for some planets. So, Star Wars is not political at heart. Is there politics in it? Yes, because you're running an entire you're creating an entire galaxy. There has to be politics involved. So she goes, because Star Wars has always had a kind of world building and it reflects a certain amount of society. I don't think it really does, but the world, needless to say, is changing by the second, and consequently, the audience has changed dramatically. Yeah, they've changed dramatically because you alienated more than half of them. So it's no shit that
Well,
the
in what
audience
way does she mean that, though? In what way
how
does
they
she mean that?
yeah,
Like,
it
does
continues
she?
how they consume things. We're
Mm.
seeing this reflected in the health of the movie business and what it really means for streaming and what are all these other platforms that may be on the horizon. Okay,
What are they
so
on the horizon? What is she talking about?
what you're seeing in the movie industry is because people are getting sick and tired of identity politics and woke bullshit being forced into their movies. When I want to go and see an alien movie, I don't need it to be girl power the whole time because that's not what the first Alien was. The first Alien is a horror movie where Ripley is well written as a strong female character and she ends up being the only survivor. And guess what? She is fucking horrified of what she's going through in both of those movies. There's a ton of fucked up shit that she has to get through and see and barely escapes with her life. It's not like Alien Romulus where the chick's just like at the end of it, just I'm gonna kill this fucking thing. We're getting all this shit. Yeah, girl power, let's fucking go. Like people are getting sick and tired of all that stuff. I mean, that's why streaming service shows that spend $1 billion aren't making money. That's why a lot of your Star Wars shows aren't making money. And it's why some of your Star Wars movies, while they made money, are not seen by a majority of the fan base to be good movies. Because you know what? I will argue that Jyn Erso in Rogue One is not a girl power character. But Rey is. Jyn Erso is just a member of the team, and she's trying to find her dad. She's trying to save her dad. Now that she knows her dad's alive, she's just trying to save her dad. That's the point. That's the point of that movie. And then she realizes it's way bigger. And after her dad's dead, the whole point of it is, I am going to finish what my dad started. At least do the best that I can to make sure that it goes from here.
Rey's not really a girl power. She's just a Mary Sue because she's like good at everything.
Well, that's the same thing in my eyes.
Well, yeah, no, but
that's
Mary
the highest. That's downstream from girl power. That's the high end of the spectrum. Like,
well, no, but like I'm saying, there can be Mary Sue men characters too.
There absolutely is. Gary Stews.
But yes, but so like the point that I'm making is that I
like
think
fucking Falcon. Like Falcon is that. He's just
hey man.
Like after
man.
what Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Hey man, Falcon is Captain America now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Steve Rogers is Captain America.
Well, if you want to be technical, the dude from Falcon and the Winter Soldier is. If you want to be technical.
No, he never actually had the Captain America mantle. He was just a super soldier.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Yes, how they consume things. We're seeing this reflected in the health of the movie business and what it really means for streaming and what are all these other platforms that may be on the horizon. I don't know what other platforms you're trying to talk about because a lot of the other platforms aren't doing well. We saw this with Paramount last year where Paramount literally has stopped the creation of any new content. That's why Halo
was going to happen. I'm telling you, they're all going to merge into one streaming service eventually.
They've already really done that with Disney Plus because Disney Plus is bleeding money. But if you get Hulu, you get Disney Plus. Or if you get ESPN, you get Disney Plus and Hulu. So if you buy that streaming service...
They're also merged with Max now, too.
I think they have a deal with Max. They're not merged with Max. There's a difference. They're not owned by the Disney Corporation.
Not yet.
So
Not
that's
not yet.
the only reason that Disney has done that is so that they can get other forms of viewership. Like, oh, you can watch Andor on HBO. So boom, we can add the viewership that HBO has to Andor. So it makes Andor look better.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Whereas
yeah.
Whereas it's the same way with subscribers. So if you're subscribed to Hulu and it gives you Disney Plus, therefore they can say, "Oh, look at all the subscribers we have to Disney Plus," even though no one's watching anything on it.
Yeah. And then like
It looks better for
vice
them.
and then like vice versa, I guess the partnership could also be like, hey, you can watch Game of Thrones on, Disney Plus, which like why would you want to watch it on there? But I mean, I guess,
I don't even think you can, but
you can't because I'm pretty sure that like Max sent some of their shows over to Disney Plus, but I've barely been using Disney Plus except to watch like only like the Star Wars movies and like, occasionally a Marvel show and an old one.
yeah,
That's it.
I agree with this. Great Pilgrim and Muffler
There's
Tim
like
at
a
this point. It's about
there's 1,000 Spider-Men though. There's like 1,000 of them.
yeah, but the first one's Peter Parker. It's about good and evil. Politics is lesser, so good and evil transcends it. Not the other way around like they want. Exactly. Exactly. And I agree with you. Yeah, it'll probably end up boiling down to 3 or 4 streaming services if you count Apple. Netflix is still killing it. Netflix is still the most subscribed to. It's still doing the best out of all of the other streaming services. You can't even count Amazon's true numbers because if you have an Amazon Prime account, you are a Prime subscriber. So you're
Yeah,
part of the
no.
subscriber base for
I'm
Amazon Prime
saying
Video. Even if you've never watched any of the shows on Amazon Prime Video, they still count you as a subscriber to Amazon Prime Video because you have an Amazon Prime account.
no. But like the point that yeah. The point that I'm making is that I think like y'all come back to this pod 10 years from now and tell me if I was right because I think that what's going to happen is that there's going to be 2 streaming services. Netflix is going to acquire a bunch of them and Disney's going to acquire a bunch of them and then they're just going to merge under like one roof or 2 roofs.
And that's why Steve Rogers is Captain America. That's why Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah, but to say that like none of the other adaptations are not, or to say that like they're not those characters though is not accurate. Like saying that like Miguel O'Hara is not Spider-Man
He is
is not
a
true.
he is a Spider-Man.
He is a Spider-Man, yes.
But he's not
Yes.
Spider-Man.
How
It's
does
like
that make sense?
he's not the Spider-Man. He is a Spider-Man. He is a
He's not.
person. So they're basically literally the way I think of all that passing down the mantle bullshit is you grift off of all the good intentions indeed that they had before.
Mm,
Again, he's Spider-Man 2099. He is not Spider-Man. So all of the good will that these characters first have, dude, it's the same way that Shuri in Black Panther is not T'Challa. She's not Black Panther.
she's a different version
So that's the same thing I'm
of
telling
Black
you
Panther.
about Falcon is not Captain America. He's Falcon. He's not even a super soldier. He didn't even take the serum.
Well, that's not what made Captain America though. But
No, it
yeah.
made him like what made Captain America was his indomitable will to fight back against injustice. I don't think that Falcon portrays that.
Crimson, hold on a second because Batman Beyond is Terry McGinnis and he does not go by Batman Beyond. He goes by Batman. So I'm just saying, does he not count? Because he is Batman in the future. So I get where y'all are coming from, but I'm not disagreeing.
No, that's true. That's 100% true because Roman, like, you can say Spider-Man 2099 or like Miles Morales or whatever are like, you might like those Spider-Man runs, but they don't make the same amount of money as to when Peter Parker
I'm not-
Spider-Man is the one that's on the head. Like, it's not going to make the same amount of money. It's not.
I'm not saying that they should be considered the main Spider-Man. What I'm saying is that to say that they're not a Spider-Man is just not like
That's not what anybody's saying. What we're saying is they aren't Spider-Man, but they are a Spider-Man.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
Dick
then
Grayson
cool.
is Robin. Dick Grayson is Robin, but there are other versions of Robin.
There's like 500 different Robins. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But Dick Grayson is the
Yes.
original Robin. He's
Yes.
Robin. So the reason
Yes.
that there's goodwill behind the mantle is because of the original character.
Yes. Yeah.
So
It's like
dude, it's the same thing with like Kylo Ren literally wanted to be Darth Vader in all three of those movies. In all the sequel trilogy, all he wanted to do was be Darth Vader, and he just wasn't Darth Vader. He literally worshipped Darth Vader, and he was the emo cringe version of Vader the entire time. Because Anakin Skywalker, actually, Anakin Skywalker is not even Darth Vader. Darth Vader is Darth Vader. And Darth Vader killed Anakin Skywalker to become him. He killed the Anakin within himself. Except for that little bit that came back when he saw his son about to die.
Yeah, I mean, now that you guys have explained it, now I get where like y'all are coming from. Yes, they're not the main adaptations of these characters.
This I agree with. Dick Grayson and Tim Drake are probably the only ones.
Okay, no, hold on. Jason Todd too is also
Jason Todd. You get a lot of Jason Todd.
Yes, but anything past that, I despise Damian Wayne. He can, jump off of a cliff.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
Terrible character. But I mean, it's the same thing if you were to pass down like Master Chief's armor to somebody else.
Yeah, they wouldn't be the original master.
They're not John Sierra. They're not John Sierra 117.
Jason Todd is cooler as Red Hood.
Jason Todd did get killed because fans hated him so much, but he lasted longer than any of the other ones other than Dick Grayson and Tim Drake. That's why I will accept Jason Todd as an example, because the runs that he was in lasted a really long time. It just took a long time to kill him. But I mean, this mantle bullshit, it's with so many other characters.
Yeah.
So that's why when I say like Steve Rogers is Captain America, like he is the quintessential Captain America. Peter Parker
like
is
the main one. Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah.
So like I can dress up as any of these superheroes and go to a con and be like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man 1,017,56 from whatever version 22B, and be wearing like a Spider-Man suit that looks like an Arizona iced tea can. And they'll be like, okay, like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man from the Arizona iced tea universe. I'm only saying that because I'm drinking Arizona green tea right now. But like, put that design onto a Spider-Man suit, and then I can be like, yes, this is my version of Spider-Man. I am Spider-Man. And people will be like, no, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. You are a Spider-Man. I don't think of myself as Peter Parker because I'm going around going, yeah, Jimmy Bob Thornton is wearing the Arizona mask, so he's definitely Spider-Man now. Like, no, he is just in a comic book. It's a throwaway character. Most of them are. By the way, the Falcon run in the comics didn't do well.
Well, to be fair, I have never heard anyone say that Falcon is their favorite superhero.
No, but Falcon was the first black superhero that was in a Marvel comic to have his own run.
Was he?
Yeah, and it did well. It was him and then Black Panther. Falcon was first.
Falcon was first? Was he?
Falcon was first.
I'm pretty sure that Luke Cage was first. Hold on. Who was the
I mean, Luke Cage might have been first, but I know
first
it wasn't Black Panther.
Black Marvel character to get their own run. I was right. It's Luke Cage.
Is it Luke Cage?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yep.
I was thinking of Falcon being the first Avenger to get it.
Yes.
But
He was the first black
Avenger.
Avenger. Yes.
Yeah. Either way,
But
let's continue with this fucking Kathleen Kennedy shit.
yeah. Where in the heck were we even at?
Talking about how the movies went fucking woke and it's all about that bullshit. Like, and that's why it just didn't work. It's not that the audiences have changed dramatically. It's that you as studios have forced political ideologies down so many people's throats that even the people that can get behind some of that are getting sick and tired of it. Because when you have a movie that comes out like Top Gun Maverick, it comes back again the next year and does even better in theaters than its original release, which was non-political. They had a faceless enemy, which, yeah, you can assume is the Russians by the places that they fight and the battles that happen in the movie. But it's just a feel-good, patriotic American story of we're going to get the bad guys. And, oh, look at that. We got the bad guys. But they never say who the bad guys are. They call them, like, they have a name for them, but they don't ever say what country it is. I think they just keep calling them the enemy throughout the whole movie.
Well, I mean, that would have been kind of bold, though, to say who, like, the enemy was, though. You know? It's kind of like...
Oh, no, I don't think so. They do that in a lot of movies.
Well, yeah, but, like, if we were to go down that road, though, if we ever got a remake to Saving Private Ryan, then, like, they would say, well, we're not fighting the, Japanese. We're fighting, the enemy.
They didn't fight the
You know what I
Japanese.
mean?
They didn't fight the Japanese in Saving Private Ryan. They fought the Nazis.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
Have you seen Saving Private Ryan, my friend?
Yes, I have. I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Because I thought that the Battle of D-Day was the Japanese.
You're thinking of Omaha Beach.
I am. Yes.
People want to watch shows to get away from the real world drama and not have it constantly shoved down our throats. Casey fucking hit it on the point. It's exactly what it is.
That's
why the movie industry is failing. They'll tell you a million times over that it's because of COVID. It's still they're reeling from COVID. That streaming is taking away people's feeling of wanting to go to the movies. I can tell you how wrong that is because when I saw Attack on Titan in theaters 2 weeks ago, that was the most packed theater that I have seen in years. The only row that didn't have people sitting in it was the first row. Even the second row of seats had people in it. And everywhere else, not a single open seat. Packed to the brim. And it was fun as fuck. When hype moments happened in the movie, people were, and it wasn't obnoxious. It was like the whole crowd would go like, yes! Or the whole crowd would be like, yeah, get him! Like, or the whole crowd would be like, oh! Like, it was fun, man. It was fun. And I have not been in a theater with that amount of energy in a long time. There's people dressed up. There was people, like, getting hype. Like, dude, it was cool. That was cool. I have not been in a theater experience like that in forever. Maybe Oppenheimer, because I went to see Oppenheimer opening day or opening weekend. So maybe Oppenheimer was that packed, but I still don't think it was literally not an open seat anywhere. I wish I could have taken a picture of it. Because I've never seen a theater that packed since probably The Force Awakens, to be honest with you, or maybe Endgame. That's probably
I was gonna say when we went to go and see Endgame, there was not an empty seat in that theater.
Let's say that was probably the last time that I've actually seen a theater that that's 2019.
No Way Home was also pretty packed. No Way Home was packed.
Yeah, that's literally the perfect point. A 3-hour rated R movie about Senate meetings and making a bomb almost made $1 billion. The COVID excuse is dead. Absolutely.
Well, it's literally just that like 85% of like movies that like come out now just suck.
That's the point,
Like,
though, Roman. Why do they suck? Guess what won? We got to talk about what won the fucking Oscars, too, when I'm done with this. We're almost done, all right? Because I'm almost done reading about Kathleen Kennedy because I think we've gotten the fucking point. And I'm only halfway through this article, and I don't need to read the whole other thing. But
nah,
this
we really
guy,
don't need to know.
because it's going to be this guy just talking about how much he loves Kathleen Kennedy and how people shouldn't shit on her, even though she's completely driven Star Wars into the ground and put the biggest wedge possible between the fan base. I mean, this is bigger than when the prequels were out and people were either hating on the prequels or loving the prequels, and it was the OT fans that were like, this isn't Star Wars. Now most people will accept that the prequels and the OT are Star Wars, and everything Disney is separate.
I mean,
Some people will even tell you that the Clone Wars are terrible. And you know what? I love the Clone Wars, but the more and more I keep seeing fucking Ahsoka pop up and things, dude, the more and more I'm getting sick and tired of looking at her. Because I didn't mind her in Rebels popping up for a little bit. But then you go and put her in Mando, and I was like, okay, that was kind of cool. She's still around. She's still operating. And then she's in Book of Boba Fett, and she's in her own show, and she's just not Ahsoka. She doesn't act like Ahsoka. She's just stoic and talks real monotone like this. And it's just like, okay, so I know that the character I saw in Rebels, who was supposed to be adult Ahsoka, which actually acted like Ahsoka would later on, a couple years later doesn't act like that anymore. It is just real stoic and whatever. Also doesn't fight the same way. Whatever. I can talk about how much that starting. She's starting to give me the.
Is low
She's starting to give
key
me the
better.
freaking baby. She's starting to give me the Baby Yoda fucking vibe. Where it's like I don't even want to see Baby Yoda anymore. Like now I see Ahsoka and I fucking cringe. Because she's in everything now. And she's
Rosario Dawson.
Well, she's fucking
is
died
like-
3 times. She has died 3 times. And they're just like, nope, Force bullshit. She's back. Like, death means nothing anymore. Especially when you have fucking characters that just show up and they get stabbed by a lightsaber. And then the next scene, they're in a fucking hospital. And it's all good. I'm looking at you.
Rosario Dawson was like low key better in Daredevil than
Oh
she
my
has
god,
been
she was high key better in Daredevil.
in Ahsoka. Because like she herself is not a bad actress. She just can't play Ahsoka the way
Rosario
that Ahsoka
Dawson is great
should
in
be played.
Clerks.
Yeah, she just can't.
Star Wars Theory has that hat. I want to get that hat. It's a black hat. It just says "Make movies great again." I want that hat. Hold up. Let me finish this here because pretty much at the end of it. You're trying forward, and at the same time, you're trying to create stories that feel familiar. So you're moving into the future, but you're maintaining a sense of familiarity. I think that's the hardest balance. Well, you haven't figured out that balance because your sense of familiarity in Star Wars it's not there. Yeah, you have aliens, but is your sense of familiarity just as simple as we have a Force user in it? There's lightsabers, there's laser guns, there's spaceships, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars because the music is completely different. The way that people are acting is completely different. Oh, here's a cameo of somebody you recognize, so that's familiarity.
The music's not entirely their fault. John Williams can't do it forever. You know what I mean?
No, but you could keep it classical style music.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, like, John, Williams eventually is gonna have to stop.
He did.
Like,
He already did. His last movie was Indiana Jones, unfortunately.
yeah. What a way to go out.
So he says, then when you have a brand, or she continues, then when you have a brand that's this expansive, you're also, and this is something we work very hard at, I don't know about that, you try to find different entry points for different generations because that's what Star Wars has always been. Bro, that's not how it worked because everybody shows their kids the original trilogy first. You don't need another entry point. It's the original trilogy. Our parents first saw the original trilogy. Then they showed us the original trilogy before the prequels came out. Then the prequels came out. And then now there's kids that grew up with the prequels that are showing their kids the original trilogy and then the prequels. It always starts with the original trilogy. Nobody starts with the prequels.
Well,
Now you might have had friends at the time of the prequels coming out that weren't Star Wars fans. And you were like, bro, we're going to see Star Wars. And they're like, I'm not really a fan. And it's like, well, that's what we're doing tonight. So they'd go and see it, and then they'd go back and watch the original trilogy.
Didn't you say, I think we've had this conversation, that if you're getting someone into Star Wars and they know absolutely nothing, show them A New Hope, but if they know the Vader twist, you can start with like Phantom Menace or something of that nature?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
possible. Yeah, the music in Rogue One was fine, and I did also say that the Andor theme for the beginning of Andor was good. So I'm not saying you can't start with the prequel trilogy. You can. But if it's going generationally, most people are going to show those movies to their own kids the way that they were shown the movies in order.
Oh, well, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to show somebody Star Wars and be like, I'm going to start with the sequel trilogy. Who would do that? Who would do that?
I mean, you're just asking for the person that you're showing it to not like it at that point.
It doesn't make sense. But anyway, Kathleen, let's hear what you have to find. Different entry points. It's a very generational brand, and we wanted to sustain that. Well, I'll tell you right now that most people in Gen Z could give a single fuck about Star Wars right now. We work hard to sustain that. Do you? So George gave us the gift of storytelling being across lots of different genres, and that gives us a lot of opportunity to try things. What we've really enjoyed about the streaming space is we've been able to experiment. It's harder to do that in the movie space. And now I think that's why it feels so good to be able to move into the Mandalorian movie as we're coming off of 3 seasons of a very successful show. Season 3 was not successful at all. Season 1 was successful. Season 2 was fairly successful. But Season 3 was not successful whatsoever. We've actually built an audience for that, and we gave the young audience an opportunity to enter Star Wars at a different place and not feel like you have to have seen everything. Become their Star Wars. And that, I think, is the fun of storytelling challenge.
Hold on, wait a second. It's not that much to watch.
Yeah, it's not like Marvel where you have to watch 30 movies to understand what's going to happen in Doctor Strange.
You just got to watch like 6 films, and then if you want to, you can watch like Clone Wars. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, like it's not that much. And you know what? If you create a good show, they'll want to go back and watch it. They'll want more. That's why the prequels were made. That's why Clone Wars was made, because people wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
You had eager fans chomping at the bit to get more Star Wars. To be in that world longer. That's why the first Fantastic Beasts movie for Harry Potter did pretty well. Because people wanted more. People love the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
What are you guys talking about in chat?
Bro, they're
What the
having
hell
an
is this?
entirely different conversation. Great Pilgrim's talking about disowning his kids if they like the sequels. He said, I'll sell them. His mom told me the other night.
That's not legal for you to sell your children in the great state of Oregon, Pilgrim. If you want to, do that, you'll have to go to like, I don't know, Louisiana
Africa.
or something if you want to do that.
Oh, I was just going to say Africa.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about places in America that you could like probably do that and like nothing would be
I
said to
don't
you
think
about
you
it.
can do that anywhere in America. What's with the Louisiana shade?
Because I don't like New Orleans. They can just
New Orleans is a great town.
New Orleans is mid, bro. Okay. I don't want to hear it.
Never been there. Never been there, says New Orleans is mid. You just don't like the football
Why?
team.
Why? Because they have Mardi Gras? Wow. We can have Mardi Gras in Philly too. But we,
It's not the
choose
same,
not
though.
to.
It's not the same, though. No, we actually can't have it up here because there's not Creole people. You need Creole people because that's their holiday.
Okay.
I've celebrated Mardi Gras up here because my parents love New Orleans. But that's like me literally being like, yeah, Philly sucks. And I'm not from Philly, Roman. You'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I'll tell you right now, and I'm from Philly, there's parts of Philly that fucking suck. So I will admit there's parts of Philly that suck.
Look, if anybody here is from New Orleans or from any of the surrounding areas, you can feel free to tell me like, if it's actually good. I was just making like a general statement. How much more of this are we like gonna read? Because I want to move on to something else.
We're not. I think that's enough. I think we get the
You
point.
remember, I gotta clip this for the second channel, and I'm not trying to sit here for like an hour with that Captain Kennedy clip.
Boo-hoo.
You don't do it, okay?
Oh, good
I do.
for you.
Douche.
Yeah. No. I do just like
I am not putting up what Pilgrim said for my reason that I don't like New Orleans. No,
is that because you agree with it?
no. It's because I did, bro. Do I agree with it?
You
I
should
have
do this, bro, because I go back to try to catch stuff in the stream, and I'm like, we don't do fucking timestamps.
Bro, I have Michael Jordan and Martin Luther King on my freaking wall.
Yeah, he's got
okay?
2 black posters behind him.
And I'm wearing a black shirt. The only thing in here that's white are my walls and my mic. Everything else is either black
And your
or
skin.
like.
Your skin's up there too. Yo, literally, that's the same energy. That's the same energy. That's the RG energy. I got black friends.
What? Oh my god, bro.
Jefferson Davis.
Well, that's funny because it's actually Roosevelt. So y'all are chopped.
Which one?
Huh? Franklin.
Franklin?
Well, Franklin and Theo. They were,
Theo's
they're actually
badass.
both. Yeah.
Created the national parks.
Ew, hey man, do not hate on either one of the Roosevelts. They were both legendary, and I don't care what anybody says.
Oh,
Franklin Roosevelt's a goat. I don't care what anybody says.
Teddy's based. Yeah, Teddy was like.
Teddy was based. Teddy gave a speech after being shot. That's how you know that he was based.
Teddy also used to hunt down bison with like not a machine gun. Just like
What did he use? A
bu-
musket?
a freaking rifle, like a bolt action, like
Oh,
yeah,
nah,
base.
bro. It's badass. It's
Base.
badass. That's not true, though.
All right, well, where do you guys want to go next? You want to talk about
Let's talk about Halo.
well,
Let's just get that over with.
I was gonna say there's two fun ones here. There's three fun ones here I've got. And Roman has Shrek.
Actually, yes. I actually have Shrek. You know what? Why don't we just do that?
I have Shrek, he says.
Well, okay, first of all, you said it first, okay?
Yes, I say you have Shrek.
Yes, I have Shrek.
Shrek is love, Shrek is life, Roman. What do you mean?
So I wanted to know what y'all
Onions
think
have
of.
layers. Ogres have layers.
I want to know what y'all think of what happened to Dronky and Shrunk.
What?
So
What did you just say?
look at these. I said Dronky and Shrunk. You heard me. What happened to these dudes? Look
What is
at
this
their
about?
like design changes. Look at this.
Is there a trailer for this?
Yeah, bro. Well,
Hey,
it's
Magic
a
Mick,
cat.
who's the fairest of them all? Of
I haven't seen this.
course.
Ew. Dad.
Woohoo, Mama, who's making this stuff?
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn. Only in theaters. Christmas 20.
We are so cooked, beyond cooked.
That was a real trailer.
Zendaya, bro. Zendaya's in Shrek.
That's a real trailer.
Dead ass. Yes.
Like with the AI art of
Yes.
Shrek.
Yes. Yup, that is real. That was on the official Shrek Instagram account, bro. The official one. That's real. That is 100% real. That was my most hyped movie for next year.
It's not going to be a kids movie.
They said "damn" in the trailer, so it might not be.
They said "damn" in the trailer, and they showed a half-naked Shrek and Shrek twerking. Yeah, you know what? I don't necessarily mind Zendaya being in here as much because it is an animated project.
Why does Donkey look like that? Donkey
Yeah,
looks like he had a stroke.
But the Crimson, they said ass in the first movie, yeah, because another name for a donkey is an ass. But like that,
Have to save my ass. Donkey, ass, yes, yeah.
yeah, and it's one of those quick little jokes for like kids to be like, "Oh, he said a bad word," but arguably like the least bad word.
Bro, ass is not a curse word. Okay, like
Ass is in the dictionary.
it's like how hell is not a curse word.
All right, whatever. Semantics. Talking about other kids' movies that say "damn" and shit. Fuck, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. We need the clip of Harrison Ford where he's just, "I don't care."
I'll find it, and
Because
that's what
I don't care. I won't see this movie unless I'm somehow forced to see this movie. I don't see how that would happen.
Well, if I buy you a ticket, what are you gonna do? Just
Pay you back and give you a free seat. I have no intentions of seeing that. I don't know.
Well.
Maybe if somebody else sees it, like I know Jay's probably gonna see it, Drunk 3PO. If
What
Ryan,
if they get?
okay, if Ryan Kennel sees it and says it's funny, I'll watch it. Yeah, in
What
case
if?
you need the review though. Okay.
What if they? What if they change the design back to how they used to be?
We'll see how I feel about it when I see an actual trailer.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel as well.
Because I
Like
did not like the fourth Shrek movie. But Puss in Boots slaps, I will say.
the new one, yeah,
I did good movie. Good kids
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Good kids movie. That was
So, what you want to talk about next, bro?
yeah, The Last Wish was amazing.
The Last Wish was incredible.
That was a good one. See? There's a lot of love for Puss in Boots out there. So I mean, dude, this movie could be just as good. Could be. Could be. Could be. Because I gotta give the benefit of the doubt. Can't talk shit. I haven't seen it.
I mean, there's been two
Yeah.
there's been two great Shrek films, and then halfway decent one.
The fall off from Last Wish to Shrek 5 is gonna hit like a nuke. Yeah, if
Shrek
it's
5 might be good though. It's possible.
it's a lot easier to change things in Shrek 5 because it's animated.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to get back in there and change things.
The only thing is, did Shrek have 3 kids? Where were the other 2?
Thought so.
Where were the other 2? Did
I
they
don't know.
die?
She'll probably be the youngest daughter, and she'll probably end up being the main character.
Did he eat? Did he eat his other kids?
Yeah, it's 2 boys and a girl. So you know the girl's going to be the main one. The 2 boys are going to be like living off by themselves with the other ogres.
There are no other ogres.
There was in the 4th one.
Yeah, in the alternate world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about Forever After.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say about that movie is the Pied Piper was lit.
Hold on, wait a second. You don't like the 4th one, but you got nothing bad to say about the 3rd one? That's crazy to me.
No.
The 3rd one,
bro.
The 3rd one is worse.
Bro,
The
Prince
3rd one
Charming is Jamie Lannister. Prince Charming is literally Jamie Lannister. It's fucking hilarious. When you go back and think of it as like Game of Thrones, it's great. It's like Jamie Lannister is in the fucking it's good.
Justin Timberlake's the main character, bro, of the 3rd Shrek movie.
What do you mean?
He plays Arthur. Not my shriek.
Does he play it? I don't even remember.
And then
for that. The second one's underrated though.
The second one is the best one.
I would agree. That's where he becomes a dude, right? Where he turns into a person.
Yeah, because he drinks a love potion and then
turns him into a god.
Yeah, and then Donkey
He also has all the princesses kicking ass to the freaking to Led Zeppelin.
No, see, that's actually in the 3rd movie.
The 3rd one. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched the first 3 Shrek movies. Hey man, anything can happen in this storyline because Donkey has half dragon kids, so anything can happen in Shrek.
I've always wondered how that happened.
Don't go there. Oh, it's I Need a
Hero.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light.
Is that
he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be soon and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero.
Yeah, you know what? Quick reference. If you've ever played the game Saints Row the Third, that's probably one of the most hyped parts of the game. You have to choose between whether or not you're going to go stop the bomb or go kill the bad guy. And then that song comes on. And the full song of I Need a Hero plays because you're in a timed mission. And it's timed for that whole song. It's great.
I played the most recent Saints Row, and I just
Oh
thought
my
it was kind of.
Why would
I
you
just
do
kind
that?
of thought, what happened?
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I thought it was gonna be just like GTA, but it was bad.
Bro, the new Saints Row reboot looked horrible. Saints Row is a parody of GTA. Stop at the 3rd. Don't play 4. Just play Saints Row 1, 2, and 3. Actually, just play 3. You don't even have to play 1 or 2. Just play 3. Saints Row 3 is a banger. But it's a parody of GTA. But it's good. It's real good. Yeah, what do we have next? So we have something quick and easy. Because I don't think it's going to take us long to talk about this, but I know there's a couple fans of this in the chat right now. A couple fans of the story, I should say. Probably not this casting. John Lithgow confirmed it was playing Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series.
The only thing that I'm worried about with this is that he's really old. I don't want there to have to be another Dumbledore casting.
Yeah, I mean, he said I'll be about 87 years old at the wrap party. It's going to take years to truly do this. I think this is all of it, yeah. But I mean, it's basically just that. Because I'm not going to pay for any of this, but
I don't know, man. Like I like it. I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just remember in the movies, like as a kid, you kind of can't tell, but like if you go back and you like rewatch the Harry Potter movies, there was like oh yes, yeah. Yeah, but see, like I don't want that though. Like it's just
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because he's American, there's no excuse now to get Adam Driver as Snape. And I know there's a lot of Brits out there that aren't very happy about the fact that they're not casting strictly British people like they did for all of the original movies.
well, but this is meant to be different though, isn't it?
But I mean, if you
Like
if you can do John Lithgow as Dumbledore, then give me Adam Driver as Snape. Because
so
Adam Driver would be a fantastic Snape. And I don't want
so
I'm sure that other guy's a great actor, but Snape shouldn't be a black character. He just shouldn't because of the way he's described. Also, what he goes through in Hogwarts, his bullying and whatnot, you're going to make the people that bully him, by the way, Harry's dad, Harry's godfather, and all of their friends, which end up being the Order of the Phoenix, you're going to make them really racist against Snape. Because that's basically what it looks as, is that they beat up the black kid all the time.
Well, they wouldn't have to say that it was because he was black, but
but like,
what do you mean?
It's because he's ugly and weird looking, and he keeps thinking he can be with Lily. So you're basically saying the black guy can't be with the white girl. We're gonna beat up the black kid to make him realize that he can't be with the white chick. Like it's gonna play weird. The Order of the Phoenix is actually the KKK. He says.
It's actually that's funny because that's actually how the Death Eaters looked in
the Death Eaters
Goblet of Fire movie.
Yeah, the Death Eaters do look like a black version of it. Not physically skin color, but outfits black KKK members. But honestly, make that guy who was going to play Snape, who was in talks, the black dude who was going to play him, make him Kingsley Shacklebolt. Because Kingsley Shacklebolt's got some really great moments in the book.
They got cut out of the.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't even pull that up. It looked like the bad version.
The bad version. What does that mean? I need you to please elaborate further.
You know what it means.
No, but like the thing with this series that like I hope is done is that a lot of, and I'm not saying this against the Harry Potter movies, I love them all, but there were a lot of character moments that got cut for like, you know, a lot of people. Like Kingsley got like, well, yeah, no, but like I'm saying Kingsley got like a lot of stuff cut.
Oh,
Dean Thomas,
Dean Thomas
yeah,
isn't even in like 4 of the movies.
yeah, yeah, and like he
Dean Thomas
he
is the
gets
goat.
like, yeah, and he gets, you know, a lot of moments. There's even stuff for like the main trio that, you know, gets cut. I'm not
Angelina
saying to
Johnson has like 2 lines, and she's like Harry's captain of the Quidditch team at one point.
yeah,
I believe, if I remember correct. Angelina Johnson's up there. She's the one that
she becomes the captain in the Goblet of Fire, and she's the captain in the Order of the Phoenix, because then Harry
yes,
becomes the captain in the Half-Blood Prince. Yeah.
yes, and then all the stuff with Neville gets cut when he's the one that chases down Bellatrix and uses the Cruciatus curse on her. There's a ton of stuff that gets cut that they could make work right. But the main thing that's going to turn people off is the casting. If you never ask the
I'll
people
tell you,
they should look in the book, that they should look, because every single character is described physically in the books when they're introduced, except for Dean Thomas, who was made black in like the 3rd one, because he was just a character. He was never really described. He didn't really have a part to play as much.
bro. What if they made Dean white?
That'd be hilarious.
So weird.
That would be hilarious to me. Be like, oh, that's the race swap you did.
Bro, no, but
still a full blood. Just saying, but like they're gonna go the route of making Hermione black, and then you'll end up with. So here's the problem of making Harry, Ron, or Hermione a black character. Hermione will then be called a mudblood, and she also starts a slave rebellion. Tries to. When it comes to the house elves, and the house elves are basically like, yeah, no, we like it. And there's also the part of Harry growing up without parents.
Oh, come on, bro. Really?
That's the least of
come
the
on,
few.
Man.
That's the least of the few. And then you
no,
have
no. But Harry lives with his aunt and uncle. He still has parental figures. Okay.
They suck. They'll still be
worst
white.
one would be
They'll
Ron
still be
Weasley.
white, and they'll treat the little black kid like shit. That's what it'll be. That's what it would be. That's what it would be.
The worst one would be the Weasleys because they're poor, okay?
They literally are called poor all the time. They are the poorest family, the wizarding family. And they have like a ton of kids, and they can't afford anything. So it's like, dude, what are you doing? They're gonna do it with one of them. You know they're gonna do it with one of them.
It's gonna be Ron Weasley.
And if they do it with any of them, it's just gonna be wrong. Like that's why I'm saying this, because there is really strong characters. Cho Chang, strong Asian character. Dean Thomas, strong black character. Angelina Johnson, strong black female character. You have these well-written characters in the story already. But when you start to get into the whole race swapping of things, it gets really weird because of the wizard class system. And how the rich wizards look down on the poor wizards, how the mudbloods are looked at as second-rate people. It can be a real slippery slope for you, HBO. That's all I'm saying.
So, here's my thing. You know how there are times that we don't like changes from like, you know, book to movie or, you know, book to show? I actually would be in favor of one change because this was in the book and also in the movie that I wouldn't mind them changing.
The cursed child, I'll have a problem.
No. Listen, bro. Okay, let me cook. You know how Molly is the one who kills Bellatrix? They should just change it to be Neville.
Yeah.
Like, why did she...
She kills him because Bellatrix kills Fred or George. George, I think.
Okay, but
no,
like,
George...
it should have been Neville, though. It should have been Neville.
She kills the one who doesn't lose his ear in the beginning, I think, of Deathly
I think
Hallows.
I think it's Fred that dies.
Yeah, because Fred. Well, no, maybe it is Fred. I think it is Fred because Fred dies taking the hit for somebody else, and Bellatrix is the one that kills him. So it makes sense that
Okay, but
because that's why Molly says,
not my daughter, you bitch. Yes. Yeah.
because she already killed his son.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can understand that.
Bro, Neville gets to kill the fucking snake. All right, he kills Nagini. That new
Chance
reason
is in
out
chat.
before, though. I don't. Yeah, rip Fred. See, Casey's a big Harry Potter fan. Her and I have had many talks about Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe didn't have a right color eyes. Yeah, they changed the race of the main three. It flops. I agree. Because Harry didn't have his mother's eyes. He didn't have the green eyes.
Also though, he didn't even have the proper scar. Bro had like an N on his head.
He had the proper scar when he was a baby in the very beginning. And then after that, it was just like, boop.
No, he literally had an N on his head. It wasn't even a lightning bolt. But whatever.
You're a lightning bolt.
I wish. No, but I like the casting overall. I worry that we're gonna get like.
I worry that we're gonna have to have him recast.
Yeah, but like, who else is left after that? Ian McKellen? You shall not pass!
Harry, you have F's in every class. You shall not pass.
Okay, honestly, I low-key see that. I actually see that. That would actually be kind of funny.
I mean, I still think Ray Fiennes should be Voldemort.
Didn't he say that he would want to, or that he would
Yeah.
consider going back?
Yes, he said he would do it. And I think one of the other coolest things was that the actor that plays Draco Malfoy said that he would play. Michael Caine could probably do it. Yeah, he said he would play Lucius. The actor who plays Draco Malfoy said, "I'll come back. I'll play Lucius this time." I think that'd be good.
Michael Caine as Dumbledore, actually,
if he was younger, but he sounds too much like Michael Caine. Like I would hear Michael Caine in all of it. Like I wouldn't be able to like.
Look, bro.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine him be like, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?"
Okay, no. Okay, I know we're not fans of race swaps here, but hear me out, bro.
Instead of Mr. Wayne, have him be like Mr. Potter.
No. Okay, I figured out who the best Dumbledore actor should be.
He's too old. He's too old, Chance.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman would just be like,
"Hold on, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?"
Like Harry Potter. Wait, I mean, I can't even do a British Morgan Freeman. That's fucking hard. All I can think about is the old video. I have to get into energy. Like, I can smell you. I'm creeping around right now. You just can't see me.
You see, Casey. She understands. She understands the vision. See.
No, Casey does not. I can tell you right now, Casey does not want race swaps for the characters.
I'm saying if they have to do one, bro, I would take Morgan Freeman as freaking, as freaking Dumbledore, just for like the memes of it. That would be funny.
Yes. So someone gets it. I can smell you. I'm creeping around right now. You just can't see me. Though I may have but a measly shiv, it is quite effective when applied to the jugular.
Timothy Chalamet for Harry Potter, like,
no,
he's a good actor, but
no.
He's
good as Paul Muad'Dib Atreides. He's a good actor, but I don't. He's too old.
I don't know any kid actors because I don't watch kid stuff.
Well, it's good because no one knew Daniel Radcliffe or Rupert Grint or Emma Watson either. They were all not actors before Harry Potter. That's how it works. I think that's what they should do.
I agree. And then for the adult actors, you can kind of just like
You can
get
make Timothy Chalamet a character. He could play a character in the show. Yo, he could. You know what he could play?
Young Tom Riddle.
Young Tom Riddle. I could see that
Yep.
motherfucker as young Tom Riddle. And I'm not even a big fan of Timothy Chalamet, but I could see him as Tom Riddle.
Yeah, actually, I can see that. Yeah. And
Tom
then
Riddle's from the Chamber of Secrets, though, because the young Tom Riddle that we see in what's it called, Half Blood Prince is too young. He's like a kid. He's like a first or second year, or third
Yeah.
year, something.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Was that a different actor? The one from the Chamber of Secrets, and then the
They
Half
just
Blood
found a
Prince?
kid that looked really a lot like him.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could definitely make Timothy Chalamet a character in Harry Potter. It'd probably have.
I would rather not, but yes.
I would rather not as well, but you could find a place for him somewhere.
I think that he's gonna I think that what they're probably going to do is they're probably gonna cast like
Bro, the Sirius Black is going to be hard to beat Gary Oldman. That's going to be difficult.
Nah, because if you're not gonna have Adam Driver as Snape with like beard and long hair, I could see Adam Driver being serious. I actually could see that.
No, his voice isn't there.
Yeah, true. It's a good point.
But here's the thing: like, if you were to actually make, well, I mean, bro, Great Pilgrim, Cowboy Bebop live action did that by making the character who's named Jet Black actually a black guy. So it's possible. It's possible, but we'll see. I mean, this first confirmed casting, I don't have a problem with John Lithgow.
But he's just gonna die in like,
Don't wish that upon John Lithgow. He's great.
I don't wish it on him. I like him.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I don't wish it on him. It's just how old is he?
It's like 82 or something.
Okay, so we don't like our politicians old, but we like our actors old. Makes sense. Johnny Depp is serious. No, why do I see that though?
That would hit.
Why?
That would hit.
They're not gonna do it, but like that'd be cool.
Hold on.
No, wait a second. Hold on. What the heck? Wait. Why didn't they cast Anthony Hopkins as Dumbledore?
Because Anthony Hopkins is really old.
So
yeah, and
what?
that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Sirius is supposed to be in his 30s, so if they're going that route, you could actually make Timothy Chalamet by that point Lupin or Sirius. I don't think he'd be a good Sirius.
Bro.
I don't think he'd be a good Sirius, but I think he could be Lupin.
Timothy Chalamet as Lupin, bro.
I can see it. I can see it.
Really? No.
I don't think I would like it, but I could see them casting him as that. If they're going that age, he's 26 now. By the time that Lupin is a character, he'll be in his 30s. By season 3 of the show. And he might be a much better actor at that point. I would hope. It is totally in the realm of possibility that somebody like Timothy Chalamet is a Lupin or a Sirius Black in the show.
What is the name of the dude who played Smilo Ren?
He's Asian.
Is he?
Oh, you could cast Vecna as Lupin. He's pretty good.
I hope that Ray Fiennes comes back as Voldemort. That way we don't have to argue over who should be Voldemort. No, wait. No, bro. If we do Voldemort and he just has to be voiced, just make that Morgan Freeman. Harry
Voldemort sounds like Morgan Freeman. He's like Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Harry
I'm
Potter.
gonna die.
It's gonna be 7 seasons. There's going to be 1 season per book, so there's
Yeah.
gonna be 7 seasons.
Season a book.
Unless the show bombs, which I hope that it doesn't. Yeah, Pilgrim, you are absolutely right. Roland, do you want to go and feed your pets, and I'll just go and hold it down?
Yeah, let me go take care of the lizards or the lizard, and the snakes are fine. Snakes don't have to eat till tomorrow. Fish got to eat though. So I will be right back. And then we can quickly just go over like Halo real quick and Avatar real quick. And then I'm going to send out a link to somebody.
Oh, word. All right, bet.
I'll be back.
So, how are y'all doing? What do y'all want to talk about while Roland's gone? Only thing is, politics are off limits. I don't feel like talking about that kind of stuff because I don't feel like losing all of you as subscribers. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that. But I hope that y'all are doing good. I appreciate the love that y'all have been giving my videos. It's really cool. I've been working hard on them, trying to learn how to edit properly. It's a little bit of a challenge, but it's nothing that I can't handle. Pilgrim was one of my very first critics on my first Lawform video, but I always appreciate constructive criticism. It just makes you better as a person. And Roland. I know that you see this, okay? We can have a stream for that. You can come on to my politics channel. If you really want to talk politics, we can. But I doubt that the audience here is the same as the audience over on my politics channel. I sincerely doubt that. Also, why is my camera shaking? There we are. But yeah, no. So I constructive criticism on videos is something that I think is very crucial to improving as a person and also as a creator. See, this is what I need. The Pilgrim lore with your belt. What?
I saw him come into the chat real quick. I had to come back in.
Bro, what? What?
It's a joke, YouTube. It's a joke.
There's
Roman, if you want, I can send you the link to the Avatar one if you want to start going through it.
All right, bet.
I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put the link to this in our private chat.
Okay.
And then you can share it, and then we can go through this, and we can end it on the Halo one because that should be quick.
All right, bet.
I just know that we should start talking on these. So
the Pilgrim lore has greatly expanded. I might actually make a video on that.
On the Pilgrim lore?
Yeah.
She wouldn't make my sandwich. Damn.
All right, Roland. Go into Future Pets, and I'll just.
Yes. I'll be back, guys.
And I was going to read this. All right, y'all. So,
yeah, don't read the whole thing without me, though.
I can't promise that. Nah.
Okay, well, you can read it. So, like, we'll go over it. We'll go. I have some things to say about this.
So when we were backstage, Rowan told me that the show was confirmed, but I don't think that this has been yet. But according to this, it says here Avatar Seven Haven's New Earth Avatar after Aang and Korra first details revealed. While the official announcement of Avatar Seven Havens was sparse on the identity of the new Avatar, leaks were not. While fans were given details about the plot of Avatar Seven Havens, it neglected to mention the newest Avatar in the Last Airbender franchise, but leaks tell more. In celebration of the 20th anniversary of Avatar The Last Airbender, Paramount announced a sequel series called Avatar Seven Havens. The series is set in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm, with Korra and the Avatar now branded humanity's destroyer. Okay. So is Korra alive in this universe? Is Korra still alive? So Korra destroyed the world? What? Okay, anyway. This announcement also revealed the plot of Avatar Seven Havens, which confirmed the veracity of several months old leaks, including those about the lead character and her supporting cast. Meet Pavi, the newest Earth avatar in Seven Havens. Okay. I'm going to predict that she's an earthbender. Yup. According to Night Events, the newest earthbender avatar. Based on the outlet's other leaks, Pavi will be a 9-year-old girl, but it's unknown if she'll stay this young throughout the series. She has green eyes, brown skin, and shoulder-length dark hair. Her left leg is also missing, replaced with a crude prosthetic. Accompanying the girl is a large animal guide named Geet, Geet, a light-furred cat-monkey animal hybrid typical of the setting. One leaked storyboard showed Geet helping Pavi escape from another character, Jay, as she tries to survive as an orphan on the streets of Elora City. Okay. Where'd I go? Oh. Almost twice Pavi's height, Jay is a member of the secretive White Lotus and will be one of the Avatar's first companions in her journey to save the Seven Havens, which will also include her twin sister Nisha. Okay. All right. Okay. Unlike Pavi, the White Lotus took Nisha in and trained her as the next Avatar. But unlike past mistaken avatars like poor Yoon in the Rise of Kyoshi novel, Nisha is the real deal. She can use all 4 elements and even enter the avatar state. Hold on. Wait. Hold on to the avatar state. What? Huh? Only the avatar can go into the avatar state. It clearly was established that only the avatar can do that. The Avatar comics prove it. The Last Airbender proved it. Even Korra, for all of its flaws, proved that only the Avatar can go into the Avatar state. So what? Huh? Okay. The twins will reportedly be reunited and trained together under the tutelage of the White Lotus. The Order still regards Nisha as the more powerful of the two, which is also why she was initially deemed the Avatar over Pavi. No doubt this is part of the mysterious origins the twins will have to solve while they argue over who the true Avatar is. In more leaks, Pavi is described as more passive in staking her claim to the title, while Nisha is more aggressive in keeping it. Okay. I already see what's going to happen here. All right. So look, I know exactly what is going to happen here. The sisters are going to fight over the title of the Avatar. Is it? It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science. So they're both the Avatar? Nope. They're gonna fight over the title of the Avatar. That's what's gonna happen. Which literally shouts on all of the lore previously established that there's one Avatar at a time, and that you're born into it. You are born as the Avatar. They can't take your title away from you. If that was the case, then Zahir would have taken Korra and her title of Avatar, or if you want to go back even further, Zuko would have taken the title of Avatar, and the many times that he captured Aang successfully. So, okay. What about Avatar Korra? The world is called Korra humanity's destroyer after the world was shattered by a devastating cataclysm. Leaks provided to Night Edge Media also revealed that this cataclysm forced Korra to reshape the entire world to save it, resulting in the 4 nations being replaced by the 7. What did Korra get up to? What was she doing? It's uncertain how Korra will be involved in this new series, but considering the importance of her actions in shaping the world and being the only Avatar Pavi and Nisha can commune with, she'll likely be heavily involved in guiding them on their journey as Roku did for Aang. What could be another chance to show the contrast between the twins is their views on Korra, with one of them blaming her for their current plight and the other trying to give their predecessor the benefit of the doubt. Okay? After all, it's not the twins' origins that's a mystery, but what caused the cataclysm that changed the world in the first place. It's unknown when Avatar 7 Havens will be released, but it will presumably be after Aang the Last Airbender hits theaters on January 30th, 2026. Wait, what? Okay. Exactly, Roland, right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's just a reason for them to change the canon. That's all. Bro, I forgot that she even did that. That was in season 3, I think. Or no, season 2 was like all of the spirits. Yes. Yeah. And that's it. So, there's a movie coming? Interesting. All right. So, I know what y'all are saying in chat, but like we can I'll I'll leave this tab up, but we can stop sharing that for right now. What are y'all's thoughts? Roland, don't rush, B. It's cool. Um, I so I can't just outright dismiss it right off of the bat. But what I will say is that it doesn't make any sense for them both to have avatar powers because the established lore and the canon doesn't. Yeah. I mean, the last one is kind of crazy, but yes. No, see, look, like, respectfully, I disagree. Just because I think season 3 of Korra is good and season 1 of Korra is good. And I think parts of season 4 are good. Should Korra the problem that I always had with Korra was that it was a different villain every season. It wasn't one um it 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 wasn't one giant story, kind of like how the last Airbender was. It felt like 4 separate stories. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm saying that it look, the last Airbender did not need a sequel, so I can totally see where y'all are coming from. But if they had just done the same thing that they did with the last Airbender, maybe it would have been a little better. But the it didn't work because like Ozai and Zuko, and I guess to a lesser extent Azula, are the main villains of the Last Airbender show. But it's one overarching story. It's not 4 separate stories put into 4 separate seasons. Now, other characters' character arcs go from season to season, but not Korra's, which is kind of weird, because Korra gets like 2 character arcs where she has to learn how to be strong and how to be the main character. Whereas with Aang, he had 1 character arc. So, yes, kind of to your point here, interesting concepts, but bad execution. The show isn't bad, but no. Okay. The show's mid. I'm not saying that like it's like fantastic or nothing of that nature. There are parts of it that are parts of it that are good, but it's not, nothing can compare to The Last Airbender. Just like how Liam and I have been doing a retrospective to like animated Batman shows. There's nothing that will beat Batman the animated series. Nothing. Nothing will ever beat that. There's been shows that have been good, but not shows that can beat it. And The Last Airbender did not need to have a sequel. It just didn't. It just didn't. Okay, but like bad how though? Bad how? And and do not give me like a BS identity thing reason. Like, why is Korra bad?
It completely broke the world. I'm back.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's fair.
it's but okay. Let's say that you guys say Avatar didn't need a sequel. It's okay just to think that. I also disagree, but the sequel did not have to be the next Avatar. The sequel could have been Team Avatar as adults. You still could have the story of the Equalists and Amon, but have it be that much more scary because Aang's and Katara's kids are still kids or teenagers. You can get away with doing a story with the Equalists being a good. You could still have Amon. You could still have Tarlok. You can still have a bloodbending villain, which would be cool. You could still
Zahir's
have
a pretty damn good character though.
well,
I
you
mean,
could
like,
still have Zahir being a monk like Guru Patik, who's been alive for like 200, 300 years. Like Guru Patik was friends with, like he helped train not Tenzin, fucking Monkey Atso. Guru Patik's been alive for like 300 years by the time that Aang meets him in book 2 in the Earth Kingdom. So you could do a lot of these stories with the adult Team Avatar easily. And those are 2 of the best villains. You could have a guy who's trying to get into the spirit world. You could have the Unalaq arc. You could have a Nazi regime like you have in season 4 of Korra. You could do it with Aang. It's all possible to be done with Aang. But Aang wouldn't have left the spirit world open. That's the thing. Aang would not have left the spirit
the
world
problem with Korra is that it's not that, to me, this is my personal point of view. She's not outright insufferable. The problem that I have with her is that she was like good as the Avatar, like when she was like 4.
Bro,
Like she was.
Are you kidding me? There's a couple times she's a straight up emotional asshole. Like the stuff
She's okay in like season 4 though. She like once she once her and
Mako makes Anakin falling in love with Padme in Attack of the Clones look like Shakespeare. And I don't have a problem with Anakin falling in love with Padme. But yes, exactly. Zahir would have been such a better antagonist to Aang. Because Aang would have had to struggle with the fact that it's the only other airbender, but I'm going to have to kill him. Just the same way that he struggled with killing Ozai, he would have to struggle with what's going on with Zahir. Because you could still have the Red Lotus pop up out of the ranks of the White Lotus, but have instead the fact that Zahir is the only other, like, his bloodline survived because of a Guru Patik like character who did practice airbending in extreme secret and like passed it down to his one son. That's possible. Like his great grandson or whatever. Like that is a possible thing that they could write in, and you'd be like, okay, that's weird, but yeah, adult Team Avatar taking on the Red Lotus is fucking sick. But in Korra, Zahir was the leader of the Red Lotus, but he also wasn't a bender. So he was a White Lotus member that wasn't a bender, which is interesting. There's only one White Lotus member I know of that's not a bender, and that's the Sword Master. But you'd have adult Team Avatar taking on Red Lotus. You would also have adult Team Avatar taking on the Equalist, which the main villain is a bloodbender. You could do that. And you could make that like a really good storyline with Team Avatar. And you can get away from the fact that now in Zahir's flies, but it's Aang, there isn't, of course. Yeah. Yep. That'd be sick, Pilgrim. I mean, the thing going with that is Korra's major problem, and the major problem for this new Avatar show, other than the fact that it's going to be two twin girls and they're going to be fucking arguing like sisters do, and they're just going to be going at it the whole time, and one's going to be evil and one's going to be good, and that's fucking clear that that's what they're going to do. You don't have Aang. You don't have Roku. You don't have even Kyoshi, Yang Shen. None of the past avatars are possible. There is no connection to The Last Airbender, and that's the killer. That's the killer. There is not a single connection to the original show. You can't even go into the spirit world and see them.
I actually liked that episode, though. It was actually
No,
a good
I
episode.
like episode... Dude, Avatar 1, that would have been a better show. I would have watched an entire show about Avatar 1 over watching Korra. Avatar 1's a good... he's a good character. I like him.
What
I
was
know he's very divisive, but I like Avatar 1 a lot more than I like Korra. But you still have no more Avatar cycle. It's done. It's gone. It is now restarted because she broke the Avatar cycle.
For everything wrong with Korra, there was at least the Airbender connections to it. Whereas like now there's like none.
Yeah, but now
there
there's
is
not going to
none
be a
now.
single way for the new Avatar to talk to Aang, or to talk to Roku, or to talk to Kyoshi, or to talk to who was before that, Karuk, and then Yang Shen. Yeah, so it's just not possible.
Well, like I said, when I was reading through the article, I think it's like abundantly clear what they're going for, and it's what you just said. They're both gonna fight over the title of the Avatar, and
I think they're both just going to be avatars. But also, what I said in chat is, by the logic, like one of them would have beaten them by a millisecond. Of like that one was born first, this one's born second. So that one, the one that's born first, whichever one it is, should technically speaking, logically be the Avatar. Because if that's the way the cycle goes, and it's only one person at a time, then okay, this person, like the way I imagine it is, in that situation, whoever literally comes out of the womb first would be the Avatar.
Well, if they're gonna change the canon, they need to explain it, not just do it. Because just doing it is going to confuse everyone.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about a fucking Mary Sue in the beginning of the show? Like Korra is one. Korra's just already good at bending. Now she trains from the age of like 5 up, but she's already bending at like 4 or 5 years old.
Well, that's literally what I said. That was my biggest problem with her. It's not so much like her as a character that I can kind of, because like I deal with insufferable people, all of the time.
Damn, muffler tape. That's a hot fucking take. But you know what? I'm about to have somebody on the show in a minute here who's got a lot of hot takes. This person hates Attack on Titan.
What?
Yeah, hates it. Big One
You know
Piece
what, bro?
hates it.
You know what, bro? Skip over the Halo article. Let's just have him.
The Halo article is very simple and easy. We could talk about it while I send them the invite.
All right.
But
Muffler, I'm disowning you as a friend.
sending it now. No, we need Muffler.
Avatar is gay. That's crazy.
Yo, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't like Avatar: The Last Airbender either.
Well, why? It's a good show.
No, it's not Daimyo. You guys don't know. You guys don't know who I've just invited on. Nobody knows. First time on the show.
Well, I know.
First time on the show. I said, well, I meant hot takes, but
You know,
what?
it's not who, it's what. I am not a what. I'm a who. I am not a what.
I am not a what. I'm a who.
I'm a human being, Crimson Law.
Crimson
By the way,
Law.
By the way, a Sith Lord. By the way, congrats on almost getting to 900 subs. It's awesome.
Because everyone is asking, we're going to tell you. Yes, I have sex with my husband.
We need more clips. We need more clips.
I have the power now.
Y'all send me clips in Discord so that we can have clips for this show. Even if it's clips of Roland and me, just send me clips.
Oh no, yeah, because actually, can you send clips? Because I need them because I'm working on the new intro, which I wanted to debut today, but 3 days of doing it is pretty friggin' difficult. I didn't have enough time.
Yes. My man, Crimson. My man.
Good. Yeah, I need some stuff because
My man.
The new intro is a little bit longer. It's about a minute and a half.
How do you see clips on the
computer?
Damn on.
Yo, dude.
Yo, I entered a screen name? Like what?
Yeah, Pizza Pants.
Pizza Pants, that's me. I'm Pizza Pants, son.
What's up, dude? How was your day?
Ah, man, it was something, man. So we go to this thing. It's called the Cardboard Classic, 93.3 WMR radio station, Philly's rock radio station. They put it on every year. So we go up there, and it was pretty cool. I go up there with family, and we just watch these people build sleds out of cardboard and tape. And that's it. You're all out of cardboard and duct tape and like a little bits of string. And you design them however you want. You do a dinosaur. You could do a fucking tricycloplots, whatever you want to do. And you go down a hill. And that's cool, So and they have a judging contest based on the fastest, based on the most intricate and most creative, and just all around general. Who do we like the best? All right, it's all good. So I don't know who the fuck won. There was some SpongeBob. There was a lot of eagles. As you know, there's gonna be a lot of eagles. I saw a lot of Tito's. A lot of Tito's vodka. I guess Tito's vodka sponsors the thing. So they want to make a lot of Tito's vodka. Boom, sled. Cool. Man, we go down there. It was pretty cool.
Don't let Roland near there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I know the Tito's vodka.
It's fucking lit.
Let's go.
Dude, I did not expect to see Richard here. What's up?
Yo, is that my boy Sean? Oh, son.
Who's who?
I'm Sean.
Okay.
That's
Pizza Pants.
Yeah, Pizza Pants. Yo, what's up?
Yo, wait a second.
They
Hold on.
they are both your managers?
They work with me, yeah.
Manitors. Look at the fingers. However you want to call it, manitors.
I'm not a fucking manager. I'm a fish room employee.
Yeah, fuck
Yo,
yeah.
for real, I'm just an over-exaggerated. What do you need me to be? I'll do it.
Yeah,
Except the bathrooms, and I'll clean them.
yeah. Nah, fuck
But
that.
like, does Roland have to listen to you though?
Yes.
Yes, he does. But if Roland chooses not to, we'll have a discussion about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seriously,
Roland
I
show
mean,
up
like, do
late
we
for
ever give you a hard
work?
time?
Sorry.
Ever give you a hard time?
I'm back. All right, the show's here.
Let's go.
The show is here. Sean is in. The show is here.
Does
I'm here. What's up? Do we
so-
do I have any idea what the chat says?
Can you should be able to pull it up on the right.
I don't know how to do
You
that.
should be able
Is
to.
Casey still in this thing? She messaged me saying she was in
Yeah,
this thing.
she is. She says, "I'm dying right now."
Oh,
I see. Yeah, there's Casey. She's in the chat.
Son, boy.
What up, Casey? I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
I
So,
wanted
did
to
you
ask
join
you
from your
both.
computer or did you join
Yo.
from your phone?
So I'm on my phone, but I'm using my laptop to hold it up, and I'm actually at 20%. So if this thing like just cuts out, sorry, my phone.
That's
Nice.
fine. I was gonna say if I had your emails, I'd send it to you on the computer. But
Oh yeah. You know what? I don't think I have a webcam on my computer.
I straight up copied the link and then typed it out on this iPad.
that's what I did with my phone to text it to
I
you.
was thinking of
I'm
doing
old school
that
dinosaur style.
because there's like this little dot on my computer, and it might be webcam. I really don't know.
I think it.
I really don't know.
Richard's
Well,
day.
Oh, I got some
So,
great
like-
stories about them.
First of all, I wanted to ask y'all because Roland in the past he has been better lately, but he always would show up late whenever we had to stream. Does he show up late to work? Yes or no?
Actually, I want to answer for Sean. No. Recently, he's been on time. I think. What, 5 minutes? Maybe. I don't care.
No one's ever on time at our job. I'm the only person that comes on time.
Sean is the only person on time. I'm
Not
a half an hour late.
not a
so I
single one
can't
of these
say for
guys
Anybody
shows up
who's
on
on
time.
time or who's not.
John's
But
actually
Roland,
right about that.
as far as I'm concerned, Roland has been relatively on point, on time. Fuck 5 minutes. Fuck 10 minutes. He's there. He shows up.
Yo, if you're on
Hour and a
time
half,
or late,
though?
if you're 5 minutes early, you're on time.
For real.
So we're all
Fair
in.
enough.
We have fun though.
I have a great time opening the store by myself, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome, Sean. I'm glad you enjoy it. So do I on Monday and Tuesday. It's a beautiful time.
Yo, it's funny that you guys mentioned that in chat. We like to call it holding hands at work. We like to hold hands an awful lot.
So I need to
We
hear
do.
this because
Why
like
can't we
Motherfucker.
be friends? Why can't
I've known
we
Roland
be
for 13
friends?
years. I need to hear some of his like work stories so that like I know if he's still the same person from like when I met him back in like
Oh
seventh
no,
grade.
he's a piece of shit. He's a dirty piece of shit. But we love him. Actually,
What's
no,
a good
Roland's
Roland
pretty good.
story?
No. So here's my thing about Roland. He dude, the customers love him. They love him. They really do.
Well,
Everyone
that's because
comes
he's
to me like,
blowing every single customer.
no, the customers do love him. As far as work goes, I think he's pretty good. I like him. Like I like him on my team. You know, he's a good dude.
I like Roland. He's all right.
Yeah, like he's got his shortcomings, but yeah, I have a small penis too, so it's all right.
Yo, so like Roland, like I don't. All right, Rome. I gotta ask you. Does Roland like to start projects and not finish them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
So
He has not
has been
finished that
saying.
process.
So he has been saying since we started this podcast that he was going to start a YouTube channel, and literally everyone else within this sphere has started one, and he hasn't even made his yet.
That's true.
He's bullshit. He's bullshit.
No, it exists. It exists. There's just no videos on it. It exists. The channel exists. There's no videos though.
Yo, you're
Roland,
working
you're
tomorrow,
an
right?
expert bullshitter. I love you, but you do that. You do that.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I
for
love
real.
you, bro. I love you, bro, but you do that.
Roland is going to be
So
a
what are you drinking?
fantastic.
It's a Dr. Pepper. I'm fucking.
Oh, that's it?
I'm PG-13, guys. I got Dr. Pepper and hot and spicy pickle chips.
Hell yeah.
Can I get some of those? Actually, can I like just reach in? Like,
Yeah, I got you, bro.
yeah.
Where you at?
Oh, so good. Mm.
Yeah.
Roland, have you
Yeah, get
ever
in there.
considered getting into? Have you ever considered going into politics?
Are we going into politics?
Roland, if you were to go into politics, what would your party be? Ooh, boom. Question.
These days, Republican.
Republican.
These days, probably.
You fucking Trumper.
You guys are all
fucking
conformist.
Trump-servative.
But it's probably, I'm more of a libertarian, but I wouldn't get anywhere doing that.
You're
would,
right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You got to pick a party. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do.
See,
you can't do it.
See, but my morals wouldn't let me. I would just do Green Party. That's honestly like how I would do it.
And but why the Green Party? Why? And I don't disrespect. I'm not disrespecting. I'm all for the environment. I'm seriously all for the environment. But why the Green Party?
Because as much as like within the two parties, the Democrats are the closest to me, but I feel like they are also part of keeping us down within this system. Whereas I think that the Green Party, their values, at least what they claim to fight for, is more closer to what I value in terms of like economics and just life. So I think that if I were to run as a politician, I would most definitely run with them. And when I was a young man, I made a mistake of registering to be a Democrat a long time ago.
That was the first mistake right there. Before being a young man, you don't be a young man and you don't be a Democrat.
I'm not registered to vote, boys.
Yeah.
In most states, I'm not allowed.
Look at Sean. He's not allowed to be a Democrat in most states.
I'm not allowed to be anything in most states.
I don't even think you'd be a Republican.
You're not allowed to go to Target in this state.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to do a lot of things in this state. I'm not allowed to do a lot of things in Maryland too, but those are stories for another podcast, I guess.
Oh man, Maryland.
Yeah,
Maryland.
We like, not that I don't want to hear them, but we literally cannot talk about that here.
No,
like
that's the point. I wouldn't dox Sean on his stories.
I don't know what that word means, but I wouldn't expose anything about myself that I wouldn't be comfortable exposing.
Exactly.
Like your genitals.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like your genitals? You wouldn't be
comfortable y'all cut out when you said genitals. I thought you said utensils. I was like, I'll take you to the sink drawer right now.
I would like to see your utensils. Oh shit! Inside look at Sean's utensil drawer. Here we go. Oh,
all right, wait.
Oh, so this is where he cuts chicken? No way. This is where he forks pickles? Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, you guys want the exclusive fridge tour?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Look at that. Stocked.
Typical single child family fridge.
Way.
Stocked as fuck. All the milk.
You're getting me hungry, bro.
Hell yeah.
Shit, did I go out there for a reason now?
Can I come over for lunch? Breakfast?
What do you want?
Snacks.
You want snacks? Everybody in the podcast, everybody in the chat. I'm gonna drop my ID later, and we're all gonna come over for snacks.
10 minutes, I'll be there. 10 minutes.
I'm down shit. I got nowhere to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
I have to go to fucking work.
We all have to be somewhere tomorrow. All three of us.
I'll tell you
Richard's
what,
not. Yo,
shit tomorrow. This work shit. I'm not about it.
There's actually a running bet right now that you're not coming to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's the bet? How much?
Everybody's got $1 that you're not coming. I say you do, but you'll be 3 hours late.
3 hours, huh?
Am I influencing the bet now by discussing it though?
Well, no, but you're actually supposed to, because I really don't feel like going. Like, I don't feel like going. I had a hard day. It's been a long day. I've been at the Cardboard Classic.
You were sliding, dude. Everybody's like, "Where's Rich at today?" I was like, "Yo, he's sliding down a hill on a piece of cardboard or some shit." And everybody's like, "What a fucking loser!"
I watch people slide down like fucking hill on cardboard.
Yeah,
even better.
Sean has asked me multiple times. He's been like, "So, have you seen Richard yet?" And I'm like, "No, bro. It's only 12 o'clock. He's not going to be here yet."
Yo, hold up. It's 8:30. You were supposed to get a late night shipment from like Seagrass Farms or whatever. Fuck. How'd that go?
So the shipment, the plane landed super early this morning. Thank God. Zig had it at the store by 11 o'clock.
Oh, 11. Oh shit.
Oh, but
there
we
you go.
got eye catching, Seagrass, and A&M all at the same fucking time.
Oh, that
No
sounds
way.
fun.
That sucks. I'm
Oh
so
my
glad I
God,
wasn't
it was
there.
terrible today, guys. Be glad you weren't there.
Oh,
Roman,
dude.
be glad you don't work at a fucking fish store.
I gotta tell you, I have
The fish store on a Friday,
respect
too.
for all three of you because I work at a retirement home.
What retirement home you work
I
at?
can never work in a fish store.
What retirement
I
home?
just couldn't do it.
Are they hiring?
Yeah, yo,
they're
what's
hiring.
up? We all looking for new jobs.
What retirement home are you working for, Roman?
I'm not saying live here because some
Put
people
it
in my
put it
chat.
put it
Roman,
put it in
damn it,
private
Roman.
chat.
I worked at a retirement home before. I respect the privacy. What retirement home do you work at? I get the HIPAA laws. I get the whole thing.
I can't
It's-
say.
I'll tell
I
you guys.
legally cannot say.
Roman, put it in private
Yes.
chat. I'll text it to Richard.
Thank you, please.
I don't think
I'm
it's that
looking for a
deep.
new job. I worked at a retirement home. I loved
to
it. I
Sean,
never
too.
should have quit. I never
I
should have
don't
quit.
fucking want anything from anybody.
Was
I'll
it
take
Pensford
handouts.
Village? I love that place.
No.
Yeah. So
You
it's,
said no, it wasn't that one.
no, it's
Attleboro.
not- it's
If
not
it's
the same.
Attleboro, I'm literally sitting like 100 feet from it right now.
That's what it is now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I live
It's-
right next to it.
Yeah.
Roland.
Roman, it's not called Attleboro anymore.
Yeah, it's called Oxford or some shit.